Yo, you tuned in to Guerilla Cross Radio. Yo, you tuned in to Guerilla Cross Radio.
Broadcasting live from downtown Las Vegas, you're tuned in to Guerilla Cross Radio.
Yo, what's up, and welcome to Unnamed Sports Show right here, streaming live on Guerilla Cross Radio and the Guerilla Cross app. Make sure you download the app, GuerillaCrossRadio.com. We are here live for the next hour and a half, and we do have a big show for you today. I'm your host, Quan59. Got my man just in time, Josh Williams, in the building. Hair looks a little different today.
It looks a lot better than yesterday, for sure. Yesterday was Erin saw me yesterday. Yesterday was
it was a little rough.
It was not today.
Oh, the god of death?
Oh, don't worry. Erin's got some shots for you.
It was definitely a little rough yesterday. All around, man. Like you had the beard going.
Yeah, it was.
You had the little mini fro going.
It was not good. Not good. So it's a little bit better.
A little bit better today.
A little bit better.
Getting ready for Easter?
A little bit.
No. Going home. Going home. Going home.
He's just in like
Scared of
5
mom.
months, man.
Hey, he practicing the sun. Got the waves all spinning.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Surfboard.
Hey, look at him.
It's called a hairbrush.
Got that
And,
soul glow.
Sometimes I choose to brush my hair.
Just let it
Got Hollywood
shine.
Huff in the building. He had to stay for 4 hours in a row.
Holy smokes.
Yikes.
Oh, it's gonna get crazy today.
Listen.
Not as crazy as you think.
Steve is already warmed up.
I got the mute ready for you.
I'm feeling pretty reserved. I don't know what he's talking about.
You already did the 30 extra minutes on your other show. And wouldn't leave the studio.
And Josh was like,
And Josh
keep
was
going.
inviting everyone to stay in.
Hey,
Oh, it's right.
Sure, buddy.
Put in space.
You want a napkin? Want some potato salad? Come on. We can just chill right
I
here.
got some raisins. I don't got a nickname for Cream, man. We need a better nickname for Cream. Josh, give us one.
right
I
now.
don't know.
You should have
I
one.
don't know. Candy ass cream?
That seems
Wow, that was
inappropriate.
weird. That was weird.
Seems excessive. I don't know what I did to deserve that, but
It had to be something
I'm
with
uncomfortable, and I didn't even
right.
say it.
Like I'm sweating.
It's really
I-
weird, man.
You
What?
can't put me on the spot like that. That was uncalled for.
That's what you go with first.
I'm
Like,
sorry.
the
It was
most
all
insulting thing.
Literally,
It was the alliteration.
It
Right.
literally,
Candy,
illiterate
Kareem,
kid.
that's
it
Like the
jumped
most-
out, and I said no, and then nothing else came, and I was like, "It's time." Yeah, that's all I got.
Oh,
That's
boy.
all I got.
Nope.
That's all I had for you.
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
All right, but Cream is here. That's
We'll work
he's
on
in the
it.
building.
We'll
Chill,
work on
chill.
it.
Happy to be with the crew.
He's in the
Ready to
building.
do it
And
every day.
to make me feel a little safer, we got another white person in the studio. Special guest,
holding it down.
former WNBA player. We'll get to some of the teams you played for in a minute, but Erin Thorn is in the building, and we are very, very excited to have you here, and we thank you for coming all the way down to the studio today.
All the way down from work, like 5 minutes down the road.
There you go.
It was real rough, but I'm glad.
But especially with Life is Beautiful down here, it's a mess.
It's a little
It
bit more
is.
rough than normal.
It
You see
is.
how our generation's way different? It would have been like, yeah, I came here 15 miles in the snow
Walked
barefoot.
uphill both
She's like,
ways.
no, actually, I just waited at a crosswalk. And
Actually,
here I
my
was.
office is right next to yours.
The worst part was the blinking hand. I didn't know if I should stay or go.
Yo, if you want to call in, hit us up 702-608-3259. Once again, that phone number is 702-608-3259. And follow us at Guerilla Cross on all social media. And yeah, we're going to get into the show today. Josh, I'll let you kind of introduce her a little more. You your special guest. I know you guys work together a little bit.
Yes. We worked together on Erin's new AAU project that she started, Miss Erin Thorn Elite. Good group of young women that we're working with, and just trying to bring out the best basketball that we can. I've had the pleasure of working with Erin the last 2 years now, and have become a really good friend of mine. And so just happy to have her here, talk some basketball, talk women's basketball, talk female issues, because our show we very rarely have
female issues.
Females.
I don't want to talk about that. Are you uncomfortable?
Wow.
Female issues in sport.
Okay.
My bad.
A little more specific.
I mean, we're on a sports show.
Get the female perspective is what
that
we
was
were
that-
trying
that
to
was-
say.
that was
There was a way
Female
more
perspective?
efficient way of saying that. is all
My
I'm saying.
bad.
You gotta learn more words.
Issues.
Yeah, that not as bad as male issues. I guess it's true.
Today's show was sponsored by.
Nope.
Secret. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so happy to have her.
And you guys work together in the Young Three?
Yes, we worked together the last 2 years with the Young Three,
Nice.
a part of the Big Three that you guys all know about. So, yeah.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, we
Traveling the
are
country.
happy to have you in the studio, and let's get into some of your playing career in the WNBA. You got drafted by the Liberty?
I did.
There we go. Look, I did my research.
Look at you, Googling my name.
You know? It came right up, too.
I know, it really did. It came right up.
You can
I mean, not
Google
that I know. I knew all this stuff.
You haven't used Google yet, have you?
Weird Googler.
Yeah.
What is this Google
What
you're
is you
referring
speak
to?
of?
Why is this telling me stuff?
If it wasn't for Google, we
What's
would have
this
seen that video
information?
we just saw.
Praise the Lord for Google.
Mm-hmm.
Where we be without it?
And that bear that attacked that. Nope.
Oh my goodness.
We'll get there later. Anyway.
Back on task.
Yeah.
Yeah, back on task.
Yes, drafted by the Liberty in 2003. Played there for 6 years. Then played in Chicago for 3 and Minnesota for 1. So 10 years in the WNBA. Had a blast. And then the body said, you know what? It's probably time to be done.
10 years in any league is awesome. I mean, that's
Yeah.
way above the average.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So what was it like going into the league from college? Have you played overseas a little bit too,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Was that after the WNBA, or did you play
it was
during
kind
the
of
WNBA?
During the WNBA.
Okay.
all
So
the
what
time.
was that? What was the difference between playing in the WNBA and then playing overseas in the WNBA offseason?
The WNBA is really the best league in the world because we get the best players from Europe now to come on over and play here. There's the European leagues are good because you usually have 2 or 3 Americans on each
Yeah.
team. So it's inundated with, again, the best from the WNBA. And then you also have a lot of the Europeans that don't come over here that are still very good. And with European basketball, they grow up in the system that they play in for like their whole lives, pretty much. They may transfer teams when they get older, but they grow up in a system and they groom them to be
Yeah.
professional basketball players. So it's kind of a cool thing that we try and emulate with, club basketball and AAU here.
Yeah.
But they're switching from club to college to pros or whatever the case may
Yeah.
be. And there it's like all one thing. You're learning
The
from
same
one
stuff.
club,
Yeah.
the same stuff all growing up. So it's kind of
They're
a cool
14-year-old
culture there.
professionals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. That's where you get the Luka Doncic and those types of players because they just grew up doing it their whole lives.
Wow.
Erin, as far as overseas, did you play anywhere where there was a language barrier, or was everywhere usually English was primary spoken?
I mean, everybody spoke English for the most part, but I did play in France, and in true French fashion, my coach refused to speak English. Not that he couldn't, just that he wouldn't. So he coached us in French. So we were required to take a French class
Wow.
twice a week and go learn just enough to get by, basically.
Do you still know any?
I can understand more than I can speak any language. I
Okay.
can understand a little bit of Spanish, a little bit of French, and I'm really good at broken English.
Aren't we all?
That's about right.
But I mean, because I think all of us have been on teams, and I couldn't imagine, playing and actually literally not understanding what your coach is saying to you.
I thought the same thing.
And
when I
like
saw
that,
it.
like that would be such a, people like, yeah, go play overseas, and it's like, dude, I can't understand the coach.
Once,
Like legit can't
Yeah,
understand.
Or even the point guard.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, wait,
that way.
Wait. Oh.
once you know, like, you got to know directions.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, play calls are usually numbers. So if you know the numbers, you're okay.
Yeah.
And a lot of the words are the same. Like, rebound is pretty much rebound in almost every language.
Right.
And, like, they use a lot of the same verbiage. So as much as you would feel like it's this totally different language, it's still basketball.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you know basketball and you're comfortable with basketball, it's really not that big a deal.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's good.
I've had a coach when I played football, and he would pull me to the side and like give me little like psychological pep talks where, you know.
And for all the new listeners, this is Steve's storyline, where he goes back in history and gives us a 20-minute story.
Don't ask
playing
about
career.
soccer.
It's 30.
Do not.
No, it's 30 seconds. But
Okay.
anyway, like I just remember one game he
29.
pulled me to the side and he's like, "Look,"
28.
he's like, "when you go out there cockroaching," which I knew that meant put that guy on his back. You know what I mean? So
What?
how does a coach like transfer like slang and stuff like that? Like if they're trying to
Cockroaching?
get you to do something specific when
Yeah.
you go out there.
But other
You know-
countries don't use slang the same way we
Oh,
use
okay,
slang.
got you.
I'll be
Gotcha,
honest, us
gotcha.
Americans don't know what cockroach that means.
I never heard that as a
I've never heard
football
that
term.
in
I
my
know
life.
pancake.
In that,
I
it
didn't
was-
play football, so I don't know.
That
Yeah,
must
man.
be something they did at your favorite Asian restaurant out there in St.
Oh
Louis
no.
That was
that
so
you talk
racist.
about so
Oh,
frequently.
man.
No, I mean they know that they, even if they're speaking their language, they have to adapt to the Americans in some senses.
I got you.
But again, we use slang more than any other
Yeah.
country ever has even thought of
tried.
Yeah, right,
creating
right.
slang.
Now we have more words,
So-
and either way,
And words that mean
And words that
30
mean,
things.
yes,
yeah,
good
or,
and
or
bad.
30 words
the
that mean the
same
same
word.
thing.
Yeah,
But at the same time, coaches still want to win, even in France. So
Yep.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yep.
so they gotta adapt.
So they'll adapt a little bit, just won't speak your language.
Yeah. Well, that guy is just.
What?
A French guy. He's a French guy.
What?
He's a French
That's part of that. That's part of their culture. Yeah, that's
It is.
That's
It's
just-
true French fashion. That's the only.
It's true.
It's the only country I had that issue in. When I played in Greece, when I played in Turkey, the coaches spoke English to us. Spoke English in the games during timeouts. Yes, they'd speak their language to some of the players that needed to hear their language.
Right.
But when referring to the team and talking about team concepts and stuff, very much in English. So this was like in true French fashion. That's why I say it was literally the only experience I had where we had to adapt to them, which kind of cool because you get there and you're still playing basketball, so you're in your own little world, but it kind of forced us to be a part of the French world
that
instead of just
Okay.
in Greece being an American in Greece.
In Greece,
you know what I
right,
mean?
right,
Like it made us kind of adapt, which was kind of cool.
So how long are those seasons?
It depends on where you go. A lot of them are like September, October through March, April. So you're playing
Oh, wow.
pretty much all year long
Yeah.
because you come back here and you're April to September in the WNBA. But there's some where if you're tall, it helps because they like you in the Asian countries. Their seasons are like November to February.
Oh, wow.
And
they pay more.
them
And more
a
money.
And they
ton.
pay more.
Wow.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was not blessed with that height. So.
They're like,
or
yes,
being super athletic. I could just shoot
she
the
can
ball.
score 30, but no. It's
No.
like, what? She can
But
give
she
you
can't
30.
rebound 15.
Yeah,
That must
yeah.
have been my downfall.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
She can't score at
Who
all.
was that supposed to be?
No, trust me, that's
No, I got the words. I just
It's that broken
the
English. He's
tonal
not fluent
thing-
in the broken
No.
English.
I've had those calls. That's how. Look,
that,
what
that's how
what she do? What
Okay.
can she do?
Did they say can or just what she do? Because
What-
can
yeah.
is one of those words they don't
It's a
really
filler.
use over there.
Not
They
necessarily
don't use
word
filler words.
Right.
That's what I mean by broken English.
Let's
Take
get to-
all it's, us, cans, wills. Just get them out of there.
Just
Use
get to the point.
important words.
Yeah, I deal with this daily at my job.
No, sorry. We started talking about. So Steve has a running issue with.
No.
No. Concern?
Because now you're doing it. Yeah.
What's that?
Just ranting. You're just ranting about me. Go ahead.
No
I like it.
No rant.
I think it's funny when y'all make fun of me
no making.
because I'm that
fun.
kind of guy.
No.
Do you?
making
Because you
fun.
started a whole new show to talk about us.
Is that what
That's what the whole show is about.
Is that what Negro Please is about?
He's like, they won't let me talk on the Unnamed Sports Show. I'm going to talk on Negro Please.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not gonna lie. That sounds about right. Sounds on brand. Yeah.
Why would I do that?
Well, you did it.
Why would I do that?
Because you did it.
You did it. I don't know why.
I didn't do that.
And Steve is the voice off camera if you guys are watching the video. If you're watching the live video, please share the live video stream with your people. Let people know we are live on the air. Hit us up, 702-608-3259. We're live in the studio with Erin Thorn, former WNBA player, New York Liberty, Chicago Sky, Minnesota Lynx, Indiana, don't tell me Fever.
He said, "Don't tell me I got this."
I almost didn't know that one.
Aaron, and then I know that before you came in, I kind of told everyone you were like the good luck Chuck of your team because usually the team won the championship either before or after you got there.
Yeah, why we gotta
bring up
why we
bad
gotta
memories.
do
Talk
that?
about it.
Why we gotta do
Talk
that?
about these things.
I was the in-between year of Minnesota.
That's right.
So there's that.
Yeah. Indiana
won the year previous,
Mhm.
I believe. And
Have the Liberty ever won?
no, Liberty haven't won.
They
And
still
Chicago
haven't won.
hasn't won.
Wow.
Actually, to void your thought, the year I left New York, that was their worst season ever.
Oh.
So I will,
Spicy
I will
talk.
take that one
Now, were you with
to
Teaspoon?
co-balance that.
Were you-
Yes.
you were with Teaspoon?
Yeah, awesome.
Okay.
Love
How many years did you play with her?
She was there for 3,
Mm.
2 or 3
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, loved her. She's awesome.
She's
Yeah, one of the
Awesome
originals.
human being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, and then Kim.
Kim retired actually right before I got there.
Okay.
So, but she was around all the time. She was at all the games.
Yeah.
So she's a staple there in New York.
Do you when you watch the female game now and a lot of the athleticism and just the way that there's so many new names, do you like where the female game is going and just the respect that it's starting to get?
I do. I mean, I do. I think it's always been there. I don't think there's been this dramatic change in the game. I just think people are starting to get more aware of it and respect it a little bit more. And I think it's helped a lot that the NBA guys have started showing it love. They rep and they come on the sidelines and they're watching the games. They're tweeting about it. They're, with social media, they're out there voicing their support for the game, which will always help.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Now, did you see that this season of 2K that the girls have basically?
I did, but I
they're-
also heard they have people girls dunking and doing stuff that you're like, what? Just stay true to what it is. But
she better have a clean lane. Why
Yeah.
are you dunking on people?
I mean, I get it if it's Griner and
Yeah.
and Jonquel Jones that have done it before, but I can't remember who tweeted out, but they're like, yep, that's the first time I've dunked in my life or something. First and
great.
last time I've dunked in my life. So,
that's funny.
but still, I mean, major props to 2K and to that franchise for, again, the respect that they're showing the women's game by adding it to the games.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I know that one of the questions that Quan wanted to ask, and I think he's in the middle of his normal stuff over there. Do you want to talk about the pay disparity in terms of just WNBA to overseas for women, and kind of why do you think that is?
I have my own theories. I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen the books of the WNBA, so I don't know all the facts.
Right.
I do know the big fight for the players is a revenue percentage, and I get that perspective. If there is true revenue for the league, then why not give them that the same percentage that the men get in the NBA or NFL, whatever that percentage is? I get that argument. I also understand the argument of, do you fill the seats? So I get it from both sides. Do you actually make the money in-house? There are teams that do. There are teams that don't.
That's right.
And you can't say, okay, well, this team makes money so they can. You can't make it like baseball where the Yankees have a salary
So much
that
more
is
money,
ridiculous because they have more money, and the Dodgers have so much more money, and the small market teams like the Royals have to do what they can with,
Try to make it
with
work.
the money that they have.
Yeah.
Not that it's not a lot, but you can't do it like that with the WNBA. So I don't know the solution. I do think they deserve more. But again, the business has to still work in the positive, and
Right.
you can't say, oh, we're going to play out. In fact, that's what they did with the ABL that didn't last very long. They
I
paid
remember
their
the ABL,
players
yeah.
a ton of money and then
Yeah.
folded in 2 or 3 years
That
because they
was,
didn't have any money left.
That was Don Staley, and then I'm trying to think. Who
Crystal
else was-
Robinson played
Yeah.
in there. I
Yep.
mean, there were some big names that came over from the ABL to the WNBA because that's kind of when it all
folded,
happened.
Yeah.
But they had all this money that they got because these owners or whatever were like, yeah, we're going to pay you lots of money. And they didn't actually have it.
Wow.
So,
So
you
they're
have,
paying in the money we hope we get.
yeah,
I forgot
exactly.
about the
And
ABL.
you can't do that. You
Yeah.
can't operate any business under
Right.
the
On
assumption
hopes.
that you are going to make
Yeah.
money. You have to run it on what you actually have.
I think a lot of
So-
people miss that too, that it is a business.
Yes.
Even though these are players, we love them, we're fans, we buy their jerseys, their merchandise. At the end of the day, there's still a lot of cost involved, even
Yes.
beyond salaries.
Yes.
What
and it still
WNBA
has to
jersey
run.
do you have? Which one did you buy?
I did not buy any.
Oh, you just said you
That
did.
was
Okay.
uncalled for.
Well, no,
I
he said
know.
he said he bought it.
That was a shot.
What?
He just said he bought them. I don't know.
I said,
Maybe for his
gosh,
girls.
get out of here.
You bought it for your girls?
I'm actually gonna. I haven't been able to. I've been working so much, but so my goal is next season take them to a few WNBA games
Very.
because they're kind of interested in sports, but
least-
they're also very princessy. So
At least you set the bar really high.
yeah,
You just have to get them there.
yeah, and I think
And that's the other thing
yeah.
too for a lot of guys that are doubters, and that's why the big push for a while was just come to a game
Yeah.
Right.
and actually be there and be in the atmosphere. And then if you can turn around and say, "Well, that sucked," then don't ever come again. But
Right.
I don't
But
know
at least
of
you
anyone,
saw it and you didn't like
and I
it
don't
instead
know,
of just not
and I don't
liking
know
it.
that anybody would do that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you actually do like basketball and you respect the game, you're not going to go to a WNBA game and go, "That was garbage."
Right.
Like,
Right. 100%.
These are professional athletes.
Right.
They do it at the highest level, night in and night out. You're
Yeah.
not going to go to a game and go, "I could beat them."
Now,
Although
You'd
there
be,
are guys
you'd
that
be
do.
surprised.
Oh, I've
Yeah.
taken many
Oh,
a
God.
boys' lunch money.
okay,
Yeah.
good. I'm
Right.
glad. I'm glad to hear you say that. So Aaron, to all the men that are like,
Mhm.
oh yeah, I could just, just stomp this girl out. Like
Uh-huh.
it's not gonna happen.
Uh-huh.
Can you speak on basically because I've told people and like now I have I have a little bit more respect over the years. I've seen some things over the years just in terms of female athletes. And so when like guys like get, a little out of their way just
Yeah.
to say how much better and everything. Can you talk about just like how close more maybe just closer than people think it is in terms of just talent, like when it comes to actual
Mhm.
skill?
I mean, the skill is very similar. The only difference is the physicality.
That's it.
I mean,
Right.
men are bigger and stronger and
Right.
faster,
That's science.
right?
That is science.
It's just true. It's fact.
But it
And there's
doesn't.
nothing we can do about that.
Yeah.
But most of it, the interesting thing is most of the people that bash on the game again are people that didn't even play in high school, or
Right.
they're just these dudes that think women can't do what men can do.
Yeah.
And it's just an ignorance thing more than anything. So I don't really give it a lot of thought because it is just ignorance. And like I said, I've taken boys' lunch money plenty of times in high school and college. So I have no problem. And I don't think you'll find any WNBA player that has a problem going, "Oh, you really think that? Then come
Now,
and
do you
show
ever
it."
do you ever think
Like,
we'll ever see a female in the NBA?
that's hard just because of the things the truths we mentioned
Yeah.
in the physicality and just that nature of it. I doubt it. Plus, why do we need to? We
Why?
have our own.
There is a
league.
Well,
Yeah,
they'd make a lot
right.
more money.
They would.
She would.
Shoot,
She
if she was
would-
that big of a
if
freak, like she might be just fine whatever she wants to do.
But she could also. I mean, you'd make a lot more money, but she'd still be like the 12th guy on an NBA bench who
Yeah.
doesn't make as much as a girl like that would going overseas.
Yeah,
so you're still.
yeah,
You're still kind of apples to oranges there. You can go make the same money over there and actually play
and be
Yeah.
everything
And
that you're
be
meant to
everything
be.
And probably
that
get
you
endorsements and all that
Yeah.
over there.
and
Yeah.
get more. Yeah. So I doubt it will ever happen. Just especially too because the NBA game is getting more and more physical and fast, and all those athletic traits are more and more important nowadays.
Yeah.
And the disparity and the difference just would be, I think, too big to overcome. I'm not saying it won't ever happen. I'm just saying I don't think it will.
Yeah.
That's happening in the WNBA game too, though. I mean,
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
it's,
yeah,
it's bigger, faster, stronger than it was in 1997
For sure.
when it
Yes.
first came out, or in
Sure.
Absolutely.
2007.
More skilled, more
2007,
everything.
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
true.
Yeah.
the game has evolved, and it will continue to, hopefully. So.
Cream, I'm trying to like tell you stuff, but I'm on camera doing it.
I was like,
instead of like, Cream, just take your hand away. I'm like, but I'm like, wait, I'm on camera. So now they're seeing me.
I was like, you know, cameras see you, right? Like, I don't see you. You know, it's not just me.
He's giving you the baseball sign.
That's right.
You got to pick them up, man.
Frenchie refusing to speak English to me.
Oh man! So we're live in the studio with former WNBA player Erin Thorn, talking to her about her career and everything else. Women's basketball. What was it like going your rookie year in the WNBA? These are a lot of players you've watched for years through college. You see them in the WNBA. What was it like the first time you stepped on the floor and maybe saw one of your favorite players and you had to play against her or even with her?
I don't remember exactly. I remember going into practice and just being like, "Holy crap!" Teresa Weatherspoon, Becky Hammond, Vicky Johnson.
You had Bex.
Oh,
that's right.
She had Bex on that
mean,
team.
That team alone was like going into practice with all these legends.
Yeah,
at your position too.
At my position, which is
Thanks for drafting me, guys.
which could be intimidating, but for me it was like I get to learn from these people. Like these are the people that I get to learn about the pro game from. That's put me in a position where I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, this is going to be my everyday. And yeah, they were brutal some days and rough on you some days and beating you up some days. But it was a way to, you kind of had to earn their respect. Yeah. And once you did, then they were your biggest supporters and biggest fans and cheering for you just the same. But it was, like I said, and it was really cool to be able to learn the professional game from those people. And then going out and playing against the Lisa Leslies and those, you're initially like, holy crap, that's kind of cool. But when you get on the court, it's basketball.
Yeah.
And we all play basketball and we're all professionals. So at the end of the day, you're just I'm doing what I'm good at. She's doing what she's good at. And
we'll see who's
we'll
better.
see whose team pulls out the victory.
Who was your toughest matchup? College, high school? Pro? Like, who's the girl that every time that you either had to sleep in the hotel, you're like, God bless, I got to guard that girl.
I mean, Diana was like, you felt like you were doing a good job against Diana, and you'd look up at the scoreboard and she'd have 25. And you'd be like, wait, how did she get 25? Like, I swear I've been playing good defense on her. And then...
like, she got like 3 buckets.
Yeah, like, I only remember a few. What happened?
You watch the highlights, you're like... Was I there?
Yeah. Maybe it's because I was standing here and she was there.
No, see, I switched. It was on a switch.
It was somebody else's fault.
I switched, and then she started
every time buckets. I said that playing basketball. Nah, bro, we switched.
That's on you. That's on you. No,
it wasn't even a pick there.
You just yelled
definitely
switch.
An ISO play.
Help. They're over there. They're taking the ball out.
Why aren't you in help? And then. I don't know if a lot of people remember, but Deanna Nolan, Tweety, played for Detroit.
Yeah.
She was a freak athlete before all these freak athletes became like commonplace. Could jump out of the gym faster than fast, just athletic and quick and a hard guard. Like, no matter what you did, you have a hand in your face, she's jumping higher than your hand, so it didn't matter. Like, you could play her tendencies and she'd just be just fast enough to get by you still. Like, it didn't matter. She was that athletic at the time before it became commonplace, basically. Those were probably the 2 that stand out in my mind.
What was it like when you finally knew you had to give up playing professionally all the time?
Honestly, I got to the point where I was a little burnt out. So it wasn't like this heartbreaking thing until like a year later when I was like, dang, I miss it.
Yeah.
At the time I was like, this is what I need to do for me. I just need to step away.
Yeah.
Like it's time for me to move on to something else. And then you get away from the game and you're like, God, dang it. I just want to play one more time, you know? And that's a lot of the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing now, because I got out of the gym entirely, wasn't coaching, wasn't playing, wasn't involved in sports at all, doing like normal people work, which by the way sucks. and then I got a random text and a phone call and started working with Vegas Elite here in town, and then ran into Joshua's brother, Jerome, who does the Young 3 stuff, and got hooked up with that. So now, since then, it's been, basketball and more basketball, and just getting back into it has been kind of the fix that I needed at that time. So it's been fun.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Do you think, I remember at the beginning of this season, I can't remember which player or team, but I think it's fairly common. There was a couple players who missed a few games because they were playing overseas. How much of playing overseas in the off season is just love of the game, and how much of it do you think is money? Like a finance, like they feel like they have to play.
I don't think anyone feels like they have to play, but at the same time, you're not playing in the WNBA unless you're and even when you are the top of the top in the WNBA, I think the max salary is like 120 or something, something in the ballpark there. So it's not like you're making so much money that you feel like you can just go chill for 8 months.
Right.
A lot of the higher level players will play partial seasons overseas, and I think it's both. I think it's partly the love, but obviously the financials plays a huge role in it because you can go over there and make 2, 3, 4, 5 times, sometimes 10 times as much as you're making here. And then it becomes hard for the WNBA to compete, and you've started to see it happen with Diana last year.
Sitting out the year.
Angel McCautry. You start seeing these players go, wait a second, why am I playing 12 months out of the year, killing my body, no breaks, no rehab, no nothing.
An Olympic year sometimes.
I mean, they're just killing their bodies, and they're not making that much here when they could go play for 6 to 8 months and then rest for 4 months and just be fine financially because you're actually making enough over there. I mean, I think Diana's team paid her not to play.
Yeah, they paid her, I think it was $2 million to not play.
Wow.
So, like, at that point, now you're dealing with something that you can't compete with.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
The
I got
salaries,
paid $2 million
the salaries
and another
are
$2.
not going to hit the millions for a while in the WNBA, even if they get this revenue percentage thing figured out and there is actual revenue to throw towards them. It's not going to be millions of dollars for people. It's going to be maybe your lowest end is closer to the 100,000, and your higher ends are like maybe 300,000, and it'll
and
still
even
be
when
great.
you do
which
get
is
to
still
$1 million,
great,
it's
but
still
for
it's
2
not,
months.
But
Still
it's not the
terrific.
same as going overseas for 8 months and making $2 million, $3 million dollars. Like it's not the same. It's hard to compete with that. So I mean,
what do they have overseas that they have the money and we don't over here?
That is a great question.
the Russian mafia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there's that.
That's
and
legit.
and advertising money. They sell.
Well, we can
sponsors-
compete with that first part.
Here, yes.
Yeah, here we can
Here
compete
and
that
in New
part.
York, we can compete with that.
We got some mob money.
We got
We got that.
We
We
got
got
Russian
that.
mafia here.
Don't say that too loud.
Just kidding.
No,
Sip some vodka for me. Sorry.
no, but I mean, they sell sponsorships where we're starting. The WNBA is starting to where they do the sponsorships
on the
the
jerseys.
$1 million sponsorships on the jerseys. They plaster them everywhere. It's not just one. It's like you
20.
got 6 on your shorts and 12 on your back
Yes.
and 3
Wow.
on your sides, and they're plastered. Those uniforms are plastered with marketing that they sell to people, and all that money pays for, all these foreign players to come over and make.
Is the
a good
is the
salary.
attendance over there well? Like, is the
It's not
female
bad.
game-
There are some places that do. It's the same as the WNBA.
Okay.
There's some places that do
Do
well.
really
There's
well.
some places that don't do as well. Depends on the city you're in and what there is to do in that city.
How good
and
the team
How good the
is.
team is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same dynamics as here.
Okay.
They just do a better job of selling those sponsorships, and I don't care what my jersey looks like as long as you've got money here and money here and money here, and you can give me some of that money.
Yeah.
And why would it take? Why would it take WNBA so long to even think about that though? If that's already happening. You know
Well,
what I mean?
because like it was so, the NBA has always been so anti any kind of sponsorship,
Right. Yeah.
And when
And we are still the NBA's baby.
yeah, and so the WNBA, the reason that they kind of tested all that stuff, that now that you see with the NBA putting them on the jerseys, like the little patch,
Yeah.
like
Right.
that was tested in the WNBA. All that stuff was in the G League, and because those are places that need the additional revenue. The NBA, they don't need the revenue. It's
Right.
like, it's great. Good for you. Like, that's
Yeah.
why not every team has it. Like, some teams have it, some teams don't.
Yeah,
Right.
they're
But-
filling the seats.
Yeah.
Whether they're terrible or good, most of the teams
Most of the
are
time.
if they're not filling them, they're at least selling enough tickets and selling them at a high enough price that they're making money.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Erin, I know that you have to go,
I do.
so we don't want to hold you up too long because you know how Vegas traffic can be. So thank you very much for coming in and spending time with us.
Thanks for having me.
We definitely want you to. Well, all right. Before you go, who's your pick for the final for the WNBA finals?
For the finals, the 2 teams going.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to go with the Aces, but
You pick my girls.
I just don't see them beat now that Washington's finally healthy and they have Deladon and Miesemann and Tolliver all back. I don't know how you beat them in a 5-game series.
Especially, we played our best game against them all year.
We
last
shot.
game.
I mean, we shot 50.
Over
I looked
50%.
I looked,
Yeah,
we
and
shot
still lost
50%.
I don't know.
Out rebounded them
by a lot.
Had less turnovers, and you still lost by 2.
Yeah.
Like,
But there was a lot of mistakes that if they would have just done 3 of them right, that they would have
one of
won
them.
the game.
I mean, one of them
Exactly.
right. Really,
Yeah.
it's a 2-point game.
Yeah.
But when you play what could be one of your best games all season and you still
Exactly,
fall short,
yeah.
it's hard to say, oh, no, they can do this.
Because we were getting blown out by them every time we played
Every
them
time.
this
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
And Deladon makes it look so easy.
She's just so good.
She's just smooth. And,
She's
and
really
she's
good.
that's why she's the MVP. And
Exactly.
I'm not going to go against the MVP
Yeah.
right now.
I
And real
appreciate
quick, we do have a phone caller. You're live on the line, Unnamed Sports Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
It's Mo. Hi, guys. How you doing?
What's up,
Hey,
Mo?
Mo.
Got Mo from Girl
What's
Chat
up?
Sports
You guys
right here
have
on
pretty
Guerilla
much
Cross
answered-
Radio. Go ahead.
Yes. You guys pretty much answered my question, or Erin did, about the series with Air Aces and the Mystics and Ella.
We'll ask it
Deladon
again. We'll
getting-
erase it for the podcast.
We'll erase it and replay it.
Yeah.
Well, my quick question is, where do you see the outcome of the Aces going as far as the series? Is it a series that we can definitely win? Do you see them taking it all, or do you think that Washington is going to be their toughest competition so far if they don't advance? 'Cause, I mean, I guess.
Yeah. So
Go
I think we can win a game at home. I want to give us a game at home. I just don't know if we can win
Okay.
2 games at home. And I definitely think playing like we said, playing one of their best games all season and still losing is hard to not only look at the stats and figure out, but mentally, like
Yeah.
you go, holy crap, we played so well and we still lost. Like there's some of that in there, even though you don't want it to be there and you're confident and you're a professional athlete and the next game is the most important. In the back of your mind, you're like, frick,
Yeah.
we played a great game and we still couldn't pull it out.
What about the mentality, though, that, I mean, with about, 3.5 minutes left, they were down 10.
Yeah.
And then got it down to 2. Does that
And
carry
that's-
over a little better than just looking at the whole scope of losing at your best game you played?
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to carry any confidence, it is that. It is, look, if we play how we ended, but again, maintaining that for a 40-minute stretch,
Yeah, true.
it is hard to do. But it does give you a little bit
Okay.
of confidence going in.
Now, here's my other question, and I'll let you go. If you were the coach of the team, would you change up the starting 5 that he has, or what would you do to make adjustments as far as coming off the bench of who should start and who shouldn't?
At this point in the playoffs, you're going to win and lose with the lineup that you've trusted all year long. You're not going to make crazy changes just because you lost one game by 2 points. If you do that, the other team has won the mental battle already. So they're going to stick with what they've done and trust that they can hopefully get it done. And if they don't, then the better team wins in the bottom line. So
Cool.
Okay, cool.
All right. Thanks for
Very
the call,
cool.
Mo.
All right, guys. No problem. Take care, guys.
Yeah.
take care.
All right.
Awesome. Let everybody know before you leave where they can find you.
You can go to my team's website, erinthornelite.org, to find out information about that. And on Twitter and Instagram, I don't even know my own handle. I believe it's just Erin Thorn 5.
Okay.
That's it on Instagram. I don't know about Twitter.
Twitter's
Okay.
the same. Whatever it is, they're both
There
the
you go.
same.
Erin
It's
Thorn
It's
5.
Erin Thorn 5.
So follow
There
her
we go.
now.
There we go.
Give her some follows. Give her some likes. But we appreciate you coming in for sure, and we'll have to have you in again
Absolutely.
someday
Absolutely.
soon. So we appreciate it. That's Erin Thorn, former WNBA player. Check her out at Erin Thorn 5 on social media. We appreciate it.
That's it.
Sweet.
Erin, you can roll out, girl.
I'm rolling.
You're not handcuffed to the chair, I promise.
We'll have Steve walk you out.
Yeah. Steve, go ahead. You can switch up seats.
So that way it will look
You're on
like you're
camera.
actually.
You're on.
Oh, so it look like I'm moving?
Yeah, you're on camera, Steve. You're safe. You're good. Don't forget your computer, Steve.
Great.
You can take it with you.
Yo, you're tuned in to Unnamed Sports Show right here on Guerilla Cross Radio. We want you guys to download the free Guerilla Cross app. We have a lot of new shows starting right this month and next month. We have a lot of stuff going on here at Guerilla Cross Radio. Tune in tomorrow for Speak Life Radio Show. We got a live interview with my man Eshawn Burgundy. He's dropping a new album tomorrow, so that should be dope. We're going to interview him, and we're going to have you submit music to us and review it and tell you how bad it is. So make sure you check out Speak Life Radio, where we end rap careers.
Before they start.
Now, we actually have been getting a lot of good music on those segments. So if you guys haven't checked out Speak Life Radio, me and my man James Mays and some special guests come in and do that. And that beats louder than the other view was.
No,
don't
Quan,
worry, Steve. I'm going to change the name. Don't worry.
Quan.
He looked like, I'm here now.
Oh, jeez. Quan,
you looked at the screen like, change my name.
I'm making sure that I'm in the box.
Quan, can you tell some of our fans out there?
You messed up. Hold on.
What you got, Quan?
Okay.
You good? You straight? Oh, Steve's got some sadness. Kareem got shielded out. He got blocked out. Dang. All right. Can't let a black man shine. Anyway,
crabs in a bucket, Steve.
Come on, guys.
2 mice fell into a bucket of cheese.
Come on.
No, a bucket of milk. Sorry.
Bucket of cheese?
Yeah, my bad.
What's
That's
happening?
me. I'm tripping. They would be happy mice. Bucket of cheese.
Not if it's boiling
Happy
hot.
mice, happy life.
Happy mice, happy life.
No, Quan. My question to you was,
you're not in the box, Steve.
Can you talk to some of our fans out there about why you chose the name Guerilla Cross for your network? What does it mean?
No, we're gonna get into NFL picks.
Dang, you're not even gonna give me that.
It's too long of a story.
Bro.
You asked the question, he answered.
Bro. I'm over here teeing him up. All right, NFL.
No, I feel you, but I'm not the one that came up with the
Settle
name.
down,
It's a
Dick
long
Pavetta.
story.
You ain't teeing up no
NFL picks.
It doesn't
All
have
right.
anything to do with sports.
Only one player's been knocked out faster.
Culture. We talked about this. We're incorporating everything. All right then. How you feel about the NFL picks there, Kareem? Who you got tonight in the Jacksonville, Jacksonville versus the Titans? Yeah. Who you got?
Oh, hey, buddy. Hey, how's it going?
This NFL segment is sponsored by
Awkward silence.
Hey.
Awkward Silent and Josh's new haircut.
The waves is spinning.
360 waves.
Don't get seasick.
Is your hair in danger of losing you dates? Then check out Josh's new haircut service.
Get yourself a haircut.
And cut the jeans at the same time. That's the theme music for it. We are looking for sponsors for that part of our show. So if you want to sponsor the show, that's where the sponsor ad will be.
Oh my goodness. I think Fashion Nova will happily come on board. For sure.
All right.
That was a good joke. Dang. Nobody felt that joke?
No.
I felt a little bit.
Thanks, Steve.
But them waves, though, bro.
And you still need to move over a little bit, Steve. Or you know what?
Where is Steve's box?
way you
Just
want
tell
me
me
to
where
move?
you want me to move the camera.
No.
Which way?
That way?
Really?
Okay. Steve's good.
Sorry, we've been playing musical chairs.
Steve.
A lot of stuff going on.
But Kareem, who you got? Titans versus the Jags tonight.
Are we doing this? All right, cool.
Yeah.
Actually, I kind of like the Jags tonight.
I for some reason I want to do that. Like it's just like I don't does anyone know what the line is for tonight's game?
I think it's Titans minus 1.5 or 2.
Yeah, see, I don't like it. That's why I leave that the heck alone.
But if they could win by a field goal, you know how this as NFL stuff goes.
Minshew looks really good. I think
he looked decent.
He looked
looked
solid.
good that first week.
He looked solid. He looks okay.
He didn't look bad. I'll give him that. He didn't look bad.
Like he doesn't look like he's like in. Can we say that he looks better than their quarterback from the last 3 years?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's really all they.
He definitely would have lost that game.
That's all they've needed.
Yeah.
It's just functional quarterback play. If you could be functional, we might be okay. Does anyone even know where Blake Bortles is? I haven't even heard that.
Yeah,
child.
he's with the Rams.
He's over there.
He's dead.
He's not dead.
He's on your team.
He's with the Rams.
He might as well be dead.
You've been killing a lot of people off today.
Yeah.
He's gonna be playing with
Jared Cook,
Willie Beeman.
Oh boy. Well, Willie Beeman's definitely alive.
in in the Twitterverse.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
That's next time he starts.
Steve, who do you have tonight?
I'm taking the Jags. The Titans are only a 1.5-point favorite on the road, and I don't believe in them. I think they beat the Browns because, well, those are the Browns. And
Are you doing the Michael Jordan post?
I'm stretching a little
Wings.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite posters of all time, growing
That was pretty good.
Everyone had that.
You also kind of wonder, though, like, how does the whole Ramsey thing affect them this week? If it's a uniting thing, I could see them
blowing them out,
beating the tar out of Tennessee. If it's not, then the other way.
Going the other way.
Last time they played was a Thursday night. Remember that? And Derrick Henry ran for like 700 yards. It was
238, I think it was.
He had like a 99-yard run, but it took like 47 seconds.
Oh my god! I'm like, someone please run him down. Like Darryl Green could run from Houston right now.
That's the thing. Like 8 dudes caught up to him. He was just like, you know what? I don't even want to be tackled right now.
No.
He gave him the push, like the movie.
No.
No.
All right, Dave, who you got for tonight's game?
Oh.
David.
Gosh, that's a tough one. But the Titans by 1.5, right?
Yep. Surprise callers.
I'm picking the Jags. I don't think I think they need a win desperately. I'm not sure they're going to trade Jalen Ramsey. I mean, they're obviously asking for a lot, and then they have him under contract for next year too. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, maybe they trade him, maybe they don't. I'll pick the Jags.
Isn't it kind of quick? And speaking on Jalen Ramsey, isn't it kind of quick when a player just says trade me, and then the next day they're like, okay, like the NFL's like that. You don't really get that in other sports as much.
That's true.
But the NFL, like if someone says trade me, they just do it.
Especially with like that. You got like Tom Coughlin. He's like 78 years old. He doesn't care. He's like, oh, you want out? Well, I'll get you out of here.
I'll pack the bags for you.
And it has a word after that.
To kind of bye, boy. Yes, let's go, boy.
Let's go.
He definitely says, boy. To go with what Dave said, though, he's kind of under contract. They can franchise him, or I think they have a player option. I think they could pick up or something like that. But technically,
they already picked it up.
Did they really? Yeah. See,
team option,
and I can see what his issue is. Like everybody ahead of him's already got their extension, and it could be argued he's the best one of all of them.
I mean, he's right up there.
He's right there.
It's definitely an argument.
Wentz, Goff, and Zeke all got their extension.
Yeah,
and they're all good, but
they haven't proven
number
yet.
one.
Yeah, they haven't proven that.
Jalen's number one at his position.
Yeah.
That's true.
Wow.
I mean, look at how well he played, possibly the best receiver in the game last week.
Yep.
Yes, they lost, but I mean, he was one-on-one on Hopkins.
Yeah.
Remember last year when he was playing against Antonio Brown?
Mm-hmm. Remember every year.
And remember every time he's played ever. Remember Florida State.
OBJ.
I mean, he's.
Ooh, that was a good matchup.
He is something else.
Yeah. But I hope he gets traded because Jags aren't a team I like. So I hope he goes to the Chiefs or the Niners.
I hope he stays right there. Because what if he goes to Seattle? I don't want that.
Better not go to Seattle if that happens.
So just stay where you're at, where you're not a bother to me. I'm cool.
or come to San Francisco.
Or come there. That's probably
that's your safest bet. They're not going anywhere with him there. So
yeah. No, that's
someplace
true.
else he could make a huge difference.
In fairness, though, they were in the AFC Championship game just, 18 months ago.
2 years ago.
You know what I mean? And now, again, with competent quarterback play, if the defense gets back to where it was, you never know.
But they're saying 5 teams so far, actually 6 teams so far have actually made like legit offers for him. But pretty much every team has made some sort of inquiry or at least placed a phone call to say, hey, what's up?
He's the best. There's not a single secondary he won't improve.
If you don't make that call, you get fired.
Yeah, you fired. I mean,
you have to at least make the call.
Did you make a call? Well, you don't have any salary cap. Bye.
Exactly.
I don't care what the reason is. Make room. Make change.
Miami might have been the only team not to call.
I bet they called.
Like, hey, can we trade him? Can we trade him instead of you?
I bet Coughlin answered that phone so quick. Hey, Miami!
2 first-round picks, you say?
They would trade for him and then trade him.
Right. Right. They would trade a first-round pick to get him and then trade him away for 2 first-round picks.
God.
I don't think he's going anywhere to the trade deadline.
Miami traded Dan Marino today.
Remember, they traded Finkel and Einhorn today.
They traded Shula.
Not Finkel. Finkel.
Einhorn is Finkel.
They asked Miami Heat to bring Dwayne Wade out of retirement and then traded him.
They traded Gabriel Union. It's not good. It's not good.
Oh my
They traded
God.
Don Johnson's chest hair. It's not good out there. It's all
They traded Tubbs for a white guy.
No, they couldn't have got anything for Tubbs.
Wow.
That's all right. This is about as much as you're getting from Manolo, so it's not getting much better.
All right, any more Miami's that we could trade away?
Wait, listen.
They traded the U. They traded the turnover chain.
They traded Scarface.
They tried to trade the turnover chain, but they turned it over.
Did they trade Pitbull yet?
Oh
no, Pitbull has he has since resigned himself to Mr. International.
He can also stay in Florida. Stay away from me.
Yeah.
No thanks. I'm good.
I heard he had a show in Vegas. There was like 300 people.
No, he was.
No, I'm sure he sold out.
Yeah. Well, there
They
was
might
one
have
that
been
was
300 Colombian models.
Might have.
Have you ever seen a Pitbull show?
That he paid for the whole arena.
There was 300 of the same jacket that he wore.
and the same song that he's rapped.
What song is that? I can't even name a song.
They're all the same.
They're all the same.
They're all the same.
Wait. Everybody slow down. I think we have a fan. Somebody got offended. His name's Joshua Williams.
Are you a Pitbull fan?
No. And I'm really trying to think.
Wait.
I'm trying to think of some names of some songs. He's been in a lot of features, but I'm trying to think.
Da, 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 da. I don't know the words. I just know. Da, 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 da.
Back to the other side.
Oh yeah.
That's all.
Uno, dos, tres.
I know you want me. Hey, I know you want you.
That's every song.
Now, if you take that exact same song and put it to every single other beat, you would never know the difference. You'd never know the difference.
And just add a new feature. That's all.
And
he's got that song with Lil Jon.
Yeah.
He's got that song with Michael Jackson. He's got that song with, I don't know, Pablo Escobar. He's got everybody on the song.
Everybody's with El Chapo. Look, that being said, I still want to go to one of his shows because I hear there's a lot of talent there.
First round talents on
first
display.
round pick even. Make the stage right even.
Some trim.
Oh, hey. Hey, whoa. He's talking about haircuts, y'all.
Yeah.
Wow.
Waves is
Hi,
spinning.
Dave.
Waves is spinning, son.
How you doing today, Dave? We miss you in the studio.
You guys have saddened me with this much. Good Lord. And it's my fault. I said the name. But.
That's twice today that you speak of the devil shall appear. Oh, the dark
Go
rights.
ahead. Do it, Kareem.
Come on, what are you talking about? Let's not stand on ceremony here, Mr. Wayne.
Wow.
You merely adopted the
You merely adopted the darkness.
Listen, if we have any
in it.
new viewers of our show, this is not a 12-year-old girl slumber party. This is actually a sports show.
Oh, that's good stuff.
That's a lot of giggling. That we might have broke the record for giggling on a sports show.
Hey, man, that's good stuff.
No, that's not possible.
Yeah, no, we've had words.
Nah, way worse.
Shouldn't all sports shows be
we've
this
had
fun?
laughs before.
No,
Those
not
were straight
that,
giggles.
Not that time we were at the
They weren't
contender
all.
series.
They weren't all straight.
I
the way I
broke the
heard some of
record.
those giggles.
That was a laugh.
I broke the record for giggles that day.
Oh, when you were
Giggleometer?
when you were huffing.
When I was huffed.
Wow.
I was huffed up.
That's what we calling it now?
Yeah.
You're a verb. What happened?
I was huffed up. That's what happened.
Man, that's what we calling
I
it.
couldn't. Boy, it was bad. It was bad. Quan almost had to. He almost had to take the reins.
So the second game on the NFL schedule.
Oh yeah, NFL picks. Let's move on to other games. All right, we have slow internet.
All right.
It was giggling.
Makes sense.
Oh, I'm sorry. Googling.
Google it.
It was giggling.
It should be called giggle.
It should be.
We have the Dolphins. No, we have the Bengals and the Bills.
I was about to say anybody, whoever the Dolphins are playing.
Well,
Bengals and Bills.
it's almost whoever the Bengals are playing too.
Yeah.
But Dave, we'll start with you real quick, and let's run through some of these games quick.
Yeah, I believe the last I saw the line was 6. I mean, the Bills got 2 wins against bad teams on the road, so time to get a win against a bad team at home. They may not cover, but I will say they will definitely win this game.
Over under 44.
Bills have a really good defense.
Over.
Yeah,
I'll take the over.
Bills.
Yeah.
I think
Take it
Bills.
slow.
Think the Bills dog walk them. I've never seen worse tackling than that Bengals game last week.
I actually hope Bengals win, so I'm going to actually go for the Bengals.
Wow.
Makes 49ers look even that much better than they already are.
Well,
so.
this isn't the BCS, Quan. That doesn't matter.
These aren't weighted wins.
Bragging
Quan.
rights with people on our show that have other teams that are undefeated. So I want to see their teams be defeated. So I'm going for the Bengals.
How dare you?
I hope both us and Dave are 16-0, and we meet in the Super Bowl. I said hope.
Well, you know what would happen if that happened one time.
We're 10-6. All right. So,
Kareem, you know what would happen if that happened? You'd hear about Siege.
No, you're right. Chris Berman. Oh no!
Wait, what would happen?
Chris Berman would come out of the woodwork. I don't know.
Circles
I don't
the
know if it's
wagons
worth it. I don't know if it's worth it.
like the Buffalo Bills.
Josh, who you got?
I'm taking the Bills. I'm cheering for Dave.
All right, next game, Cowboys and Dolphins. We all take the Cowboys.
All
Next
right,
game,
next.
Packers hosting the Broncos. I take the Packers easy.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Green
Bay.
10 a.m.
So when they host somebody,
That's usually what that
Oh, I
means.
didn't
yeah,
hear.
you don't host them in their own city.
Hosting at Denver.
The Packers are hosting the Broncos at Denver. Miles
Can we
High.
even call
Hey,
it coin
Stadium.
toss? Like, what is this?
Hey, you know what? You know what? That's called London. Those are the London games. You know what? I'll say the Broncos. I'll say the Broncos.
Why?
To win straight up?
Just well, wait. What's the line?
I think it's 8.
Oh,
7.5.
I definitely think they can cover that. But I mean, the reason I say that I take the Broncos over the Pack right now. The Pack still have a lot of just quiet dissension and a lot of quiet issues that are kind of percolating under the surface. That I think, like if they win this week, I think a lot of that stuff starts to subside. But if things go the other way with a good defense, you never know.
I'm not betting Joe Flacco on the road at 10 a.m. So Packers.
Yep.
Minus 14.
So I was just going to get it. Okay.
Dave,
Steve?
Oh, Green Bay. I thought I said it already. Yeah.
You didn't. Dave.
Green Bay to win and cover. I think Green Bay's defense is actually pretty good this year, and the Broncos' offense is not good.
All right,
and I think they're going to be reeling from last week.
Next game, Falcons are not hosting the Colts in Indianapolis.
now I don't know where it is.
Okay, now I'm like, so where's the game? What? Wow, Minnesota, New York City.
They're playing a hurricane-aided game in South Carolina.
The roof collapsed again in Minnesota. Wait, what does that have to do with this team?
My bad. I'm sorry.
But sure, who?
I don't remember who's playing.
I'm taking Indy. I'll take Indy.
The Baltimore Colts.
The Baltimore
versus the Houston Oilers.
I'll take Indy over. I already forgot where they're playing against Falcons, right?
Falcons, yeah.
I'll take Indy.
All right.
Emotional game last week for Falcons. Sunday night on the road.
I think the Falcons. I think the Falcons are going to win. Indy still. I mean, I don't know if Jacoby Brissett is going to. I know he just got his money, and he seems like they're kind of entrenching him as the quarterback, but he just was the backup. So.
Oh, I think I remember why. It's their home opener too for Indy. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah,
They played the first 2 games on the road.
Oh, okay.
I got the Colts
fair.
too.
That's fair.
Yeah, I got the Colts.
I'm still surprised they haven't signed Kaepernick. Kareem, who do you have?
I can't believe it. At first, I liked Atlanta too. Then I was like, ooh, Indy ain't been home yet. But
they haven't been home since they booed Andrew Luck.
They haven't been right. So now they have another guy to boo because Adam Vinatieri is terrible.
Oh,
and the quarterback's black.
black.
Anyway,
Kareem.
Oh, I'm sorry
Yes, the real reason.
Kareem.
David.
Would you say
David Kaepernick?
Would you say he's been a terrible?
What?
Whoa. Feels kind of weird that he directed the joke just to Kareem, like they have.
Well, that's because I know puns are fun. It's pun for the whole family, Quan.
Welcome to Pun Thursday.
Pun.
I know my audience.
That's right.
All right,
should be a lot of punts in that game.
Wow.
Oh, by the way, I'm picking the Falcons in that game.
You're what?
Oh my God.
Taking the Falcons.
I'm picking the Falcons in that game.
Okay.
I mean,
Did we ask Steve?
Usually we ask them, and Yeah, we did.
I said the Colts.
We asked me twice too, by the way. So.
And Josh, who do you?
I already
Todd,
said
who do you? Oh no.
Todd.
Oh,
Todd never calls in.
Frank.
He's supposed to be here. He's like, I can start coming on Thursday.
Stat boy.
Oh, I meant to send you something. I have to send you something.
Oh man, Todd's not gonna make it.
Here's a text. Oh man, today's show is different.
Yeah,
Been pretty good.
I like it. Keep going.
Yeah, I like it too. You're just watching friends talk about football in the room with microphones in front of their faces. So if you tune in, that should be the name of the show.
Yeah.
Friends in the room talking about football with microphones in front of their faces.
But what about the basketball?
Shut up. That's a long website. What's your website? Friends.
I couldn't get the hashtag right.
Talk about football with microphones in front of their face. .net.
.org.
.co.
Oh, I got one letter wrong. Start it all over.
.gov.
.in Vegas.
Then you got to type with Guerilla Cross too. Oh man.
You spell friends with a Z. And that's Dave going through a wind tunnel.
Yeah,
Dave. Goodness, Dave, mute yourself.
Sorry.
You sound like you're the Emperor falling down the thing that Darth Vader threw him in.
I was about to say, did you just jump off a building, Dave?
You sound like the Bahamas.
Sound like you skydiving.
That's actually not. Never mind. Anyway, what's the next game? What next game you have?
Out of it.
What next game do you have?
Use the force.
Use the force.
What are we doing today?
I don't know, but the force is strong with Dave.
Yeah.
All right, next game. This is actually a good game. I don't think we would have thought it was a good game before week 1 started, but it still probably won't be a good game. The Chiefs hosting in Kansas City the Baltimore Ravens, which I saw a headline today, and I turned the TV off immediately. Is Lamar going to give Mahomes a run for the MVP? No.
Stop.
No.
Sure he can.
No.
Stop.
Not even close.
Well, it's not about if he's going to have better stats, but can he give him a run?
It won't be close.
MVPs are about narratives.
Yeah.
It could happen.
It won't be close. The narrative is going to be Patrick Mahomes breaking records.
Listen, I could tell you the dude in the NBA who had the best stats didn't win the MVP, but whatever. Anyway,
they counted steps.
You know what I'm saying? What happened?
They counted steps.
Really? Not stats? Okay, cool. Oh, really? We're going to talk about steps and not talk about the guy who actually did win it? Really? That's what we're doing?
Who won this year? Oh yeah, Giannis.
Oh, you don't remember? Oh, that's
Giannis.
weird. It's like his year wasn't historic or something. Anyway,
I had Harden.
and the other guy's was. That's weird.
If they would give me votes, I would have Harden.
That's crazy that he knew exactly what I was talking about because one of them had a historic year and the other one didn't. That's crazy. Wow. Anyway, what are the teams?
Houston Rockets versus the Milwaukee Bucks. I
Versus
got Milwaukee.
the Game 7 refs, and the refs won.
Oh, Game 7 refs.
Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh.
I
Can't wait for basketball season.
I
Media day next week.
I think Kansas City's going to win this game. I think it'll be really close. Baltimore is really for real.
Yeah.
And,
They are.
And might get Jalen Ramsey soon.
This is a really good early season game, I think.
Jalen Ramsey and Earl Thomas, please
That's
shoot me
just
now.
not right. What's the line?
I still don't like Earl Thomas. 5.5.
Can't get over.
Oh,
it. It's went down to 5.5. It was 6.5 last
okay.
time.
And this is the ESPN that I'm watching, so I'm not sure where they get their lines at.
Yeah. That's
We know some of
don't
their
answer
staff
that,
gets
Dave.
their lines.
Dave, don't answer that. Where they get their lines at in ESPN?
I thought they got him from Superbook.
Nope. Never mind. Go.
I said Columbia.
Thank you.
But yeah, I think the Chiefs win, but I wouldn't be shocked if the Ravens actually were able to pull it out.
Nope.
I got the Chiefs.
What?
You're so close.
I said I wouldn't be shocked
If what?
if they beat them.
Oh,
That ain't what you said.
I thought what you said.
Oh.
There it is.
Oh.
I don't
Go ahead, hit the
understand.
button.
ding, ding,
Hit
ding,
the
ding, ding,
button.
ding, ding.
Hit the button. Hit the button. That wasn't even the button.
Well, we're
Whoa.
just sticking to that one.
That wasn't the button. God damn.
Hey,
All right, so I got the Chiefs. Who you got, Steve?
Chiefs.
Chiefs. Like he was insulted to even ask the question. Chiefs? What are you, moron?
I'm really trying to remember exactly what I said.
What's the replay?
You said
Dave,
What's
who do
the
you got?
replay?
You already told me, right?
I think I would favor the Chiefs any week except for against New England when they play them later. I mean, I think they're really good. I still don't think their defense is good, and I'm not sure that it matters. I think Lamar could have a really interesting. I think it could be a big stats day, but I mean, the line's 5.5. But the Chiefs are a high-scoring team, and Mahomes will actually get to play a whole game this time.
Yeah,
they need to get Jalen Ramsey. That team. They need to do it before Mahomes.
Who are you talking about? Chiefs?
The Chiefs.
Yeah.
Before Mahomes' contract, because he's going to get like $50 million a year.
Yeah.
He's going to get like 50.
He's going to get a lot of money.
A lot of money.
A lot of money.
And they're not waiting.
Oh yeah,
everybody. They're not waiting a year either. They're just like, okay, season's over. Here's his extension.
Yeah.
So they might want to get him now while the quarterback's cheap.
Small.
Mm-hmm. Get him now while the quarterback's cheap.
Go ahead, Dave.
No, I'm just saying everybody else's deal is going to look real small the moment that he signs it.
Buckle your seatbelt, Dave. Buckle up for safety.
I just started this. Gosh. I can't take you anywhere.
All right, but that definitely is like the early morning game to watch. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Next game, the Minnesota Vikings versus the Oakland Raiders of Las Vegas in Minnesota, -9.
Raiders. To win straight up?
Minnesota -9?
Yeah.
See, listen.
They lost it.
You can't listen to this guy because he might be the only person that hates Kirk Cousins more than me.
Oh, I definitely hate him more than you.
So,
yeah.
No. I'm not saying you don't. I'm saying you might be the only one. Other people hate him, but you're the only one who hates him more than me. So he's never taken the Vikings. Never ever. As long as he's quarterback, they can win 9 games a year. I'll take the Vikings to win the game straight up. Maybe cover. I don't know. Yeah, I'll take him win straight up. It's an early morning game for a West Coast team.
That's true.
And I have a little problem with the Raider hate that they got this week because they played one of the best teams in the league. And everyone's like, oh, Raiders are done. Look, ha, ha. And it's like they played a team that everyone would lose to.
They were like 1-11 to start last year.
Yeah.
How fast do you think this was going to turn around? Like, it's a process still.
But even that, they played one of the best probably top
that's
4
what I'm
teams
saying.
in the
You
league.
can't just expect them to just all of a sudden be on par with Kansas City.
Exactly.
Being up 10-0, don't act like it wasn't a surprise.
They're not winning the division unless
if it was
Phillip Rivers and Mahomes go out with injuries tomorrow.
If it was a surprise when they were up 10-0, well, that tells you that they probably should not have been up 10-0.
Yeah.
So they still have a ways to go.
Yeah. So they're going to be fine.
Well, just remember Just remember, y'all have all the Hard Knocks followers dummies that every time a team's on Hard Knocks, people start buying in that they're going to be a good team. This is not a good football team.
I'm sadly.
They played as well as they could have played.
I think they're good.
Okay.
I think they can make the playoffs.
I think they're an okay team. I think they could get to 6-7 wins.
You don't think they can make the playoffs, Dave?
No, I don't think they will. But
I think they could be in the hunt for it at the end of the season.
I can't remember what I ended up picking for them, but I believe they can get to 8 to 9 wins. I think they can.
They won
there.
4 last year. They won 6 or 7. That's another improvement.
Yeah.
I can see them winning 6 or 7.
And then when they come out here next year, they play the 49ers in the Super Bowl and lose.
Sounds legit.
Back-to-back champions.
Back-to-back.
That's after they win this year.
God.
Back-to-back Jimmy G and whoever else.
Oh, I've already.
Wow.
So I look. So
then they win the 3rd year in a row, and it's the Trinity.
Oh God.
The Trinity of Jimmy Jesus.
Wait.
This is the most blasphemous show I've ever been a part of.
I already have. I already have my meme ready.
I didn't name him. The Divinity named him. Thank you.
Oh my.
You must never watch that show, Negro Please.
Oh, here
wow.
Listen, I already have my meme.
And I got permission to say that word.
Queued up.
That's
ready for you guys for when Jimmy G falls apart. I am ready.
Okay, good talk.
Okay,
anyway.
Ready.
We're ready when one of your quarterbacks falls apart. Let's switch back to last year.
We're ready when one of them comes together.
Give me a DeLorean.
Amen. I'm like, they always are falling apart.
Boy.
Well, yeah.
No new news there.
Well, that was kind of sarcasm in it. Next game.
He was being straight up.
Who you got, Steve?
Minnesota and Oakland still?
Minnesota?
The Lake Minnetonka.
It ain't. Yeah, as long as they got Cousins in there, man, it's gonna be something wrong with that team.
You got a lot of cousins. They probably play for the Vikings.
Hey,
you'll find out at next year's reunion.
Next year's reunion. Wait, Kirk Cousins, my cousin?
Oh,
Now I knew he was a cousin. I didn't know he was my cousin. I call him Kirk. I call him Cousin Kirk.
Mama call him Kirk. I'm gonna call him Kirk.
Yeah,
I call him Cousin Kirk cousin.
I'm taking Minnesota, not because they're good, but because Oakland's not.
Good job.
Playing in Minnesota.
Dynamite analysis.
Not because Minnesota's good, but because
Oakland's
Oakland is not. That is good stuff.
Y'all like that?
That was solid. I
Good.
like that. I actually
Good.
did like that.
I'll be here all week.
Hopefully not. No.
You already been
Don't
in 4 hours. You're on
don't-
your way.
Don't tell him that.
Yeah.
Don't tell him that.
Next show, Star Steve. The show after that, Star Steve.
Welcome to Girl Chat Sport with Steve and one of his cousins.
Listen, Steve, don't start coming for my in-studio time record.
Dave will show up at the studio and just act like he's watching TV. Oh, I didn't know there's another sports show out there. Be in the studio.
What do you mean, Dave? You just shared it.
We're
What are you
doing a
talking-
mic check. Dave gets up from the couch. He's laying on the couch watching TV. Gets up on the couch.
I was invited to get up and
just kind of stretches in front of the mic and then just kind of
I was
sits
invited.
down.
He did like the high school trick. Oh, I'm so
How you doing,
was
girl?
Invited.
You were invited
Oh,
after
my
you stood up from the couch like the Undertaker.
like,
Incorrect.
well, if you're gonna
Incorrect.
be here, you might as well speak.
Like, oh, Dave, so do you want to get on the show?
Hey, don't mind if I do.
It's like when somebody comes over at dinner time to your house, like every day. And, so do you want a piece of pizza
Is
also?
you cooking? Yeah. Did you want to sit down? Thought you never asked.
I was given an open invitation, so I don't want to hear it.
Oh my
All right.
goodness.
Fine, Dave. I mean, we can't say anything because we literally just gave him one to call in. So what are we gonna say?
He just called. We didn't even invite him.
Hey, Squad there. We're doing a show.
Hey, this is studio.
Cool. Let me tell you about the Bills.
Oh, I thought I called your I thought I called your personal cell.
Oh my.
I didn't know I called the
Man,
radio
sorry.
line, but since we're on,
Well,
I got
mean, if
the
you're
Bills,
gonna
the
do a
Ravens,
show.
the Chiefs.
flips page. Week 4. I got the Saints.
Wow.
Oh my gosh! NBA preseason week 1. Got CP3 losing.
Oh
Man.
man,
Oh, that's right.
right there
Oklahoma
with
City.
Dave, basketball season next week. What do you think?
Well, I'm excited for the start. I still don't pay attention to preseason. Still don't like Chris Paul, but I mean, I think they could be a playoff team. But I'll say that
Wait, what?
I'm sorry.
they can
Who?
sneak into the playoffs.
Who?
Oklahoma City. That's who
Oklahoma
this
City.
team is.
No. Hey, dang, I don't get the breaking news drop.
Oklahoma City, but not Oakland Raiders.
Wait. No, Oklahoma City. I don't think Dave knows yet. Paul George got traded and Russell Westbrook got traded.
And the
We're
West,
sorry to break it to you.
I know all
The
these
West
things.
has, like,
I'm
10
not
good
saying
teams.
they're going to
It
be like
happened in the
really
summer.
good. I'm
It happened
I'm
this summer.
saying they have
I know
a
what you did
chance
last summer.
to make the playoffs. They're not going to win the title or anything. I think they have a chance to make the playoffs.
I got
The
it.
I didn't think they
WNBA
will make the
I
playoffs.
got it. I got it. He didn't say. He
WNBA
didn't say in 2019. See, I
Oh, okay.
See, you ain't at a finish.
Okay.
No, it's just a misunderstanding.
Aha.
They're not a bad team. They're not bad. You're acting like they're bad.
No, we're not acting like they're bad. We're acting like there's 11 teams better than them. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they're bad, but
There was no bad teams in the West
maybe.
last year.
The
except
West is
Phoenix.
just really good.
Yeah.
I would prefer they didn't make the playoffs and got in the lottery personally because
Oh,
they have no chance to win a title.
Yeah, you'll get your preference. Next game outside of the NBA, the Jets are hobbling in with
Yeah.
no quarterback.
The Jets aren't marching in.
Wow.
The Jets aren't marching in,
Not,
They ain't
fly-
marching nowhere.
not flying in. No.
Not flying.
not flying,
They're hobbling.
twisting their way in,
They got one of them scooters.
Like Simeon's ankle.
kissing this win goodbye.
Oh, like Tom Brady's son.
Well, I was saying more like
Kissing it on the mouth.
more
like Sam Darnold.
more like
Bono.
It's loud.
That kid's
how-
like 8.
Listen, man.
Listen. That boy.
It's a little awkward, but
That
it-
that boy got muscles.
what is the
Yeah.
appropriate age to stop kissing your male son in the mouth?
I mean, way before that.
Like, can you walk?
I felt uncomfortable. Like, when he starts dressing, when he starts dressing himself, I'm like, you know what? Maybe just lay off the lips here.
Bro, you need help, bro.
You asked the question.
Hey, listen.
Hey. This man is entitled to an answer, bro. I mean,
That's right.
You ask a question, he gave an answer. What more do you want?
No, I don't want anything else.
He's not asking you to agree or anything. He's just saying, like, hey.
Kid just flipping the button on his shoes and skating over to his dad. Give me a kiss on the lips. Nah, man.
Yeah. Listen, it's like breastfeeding. If you can ask for it, it's time to stop.
That's a pretty good rule. That's a pretty good rule. Some things you shouldn't remember.
That's true.
I'm just saying.
Imagine
how old's your son?
If my kid was
72
like,
months.
Right. 72 months. Hold on.
Wait a minute.
Boy, in third
Hold on, he in first grade?
Not one, not two, not three, not four.
Oh my God.
Don't you love when people go the month route with kids when it's like way too far into months? It's like,
yeah.
Because it's trying to overcome the,
how old's
the
your kid?
not being
47 months.
Like,
just say
bro,
almost 4.
Like, how about you just say he's 4?
Look, your age shouldn't sound like your car payment plan. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
I get mad when they say 18 months. I'm like, that's a year and a half.
Yeah, just right.
Year and a half would have been fine.
Once they're
listen,
one,
Becky, your kid should be walking. Your kid should be walking and talking fully now.
Even at 10 months, I'm like almost a year. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Almost a year. Cool.
Out there.
She'll be a year and 2 months.
Yeah. That's where I'm at now.
And
People
then
ask
5
me-
years from then, still be kissing her dad in the mouth. If you're in that family.
Daughter's okay. No?
Maybe, yeah. That's different.
All right.
It shouldn't be, but you know what?
There's certain rules.
Sorry, it is.
That are just
sorry.
okay.
It shouldn't be. And I realize that this is a double standard. And I realize I'm being very, what's the word? Patriarchal. But
good word.
Oops.
It is a good word.
My soul in the bogs. Yeah. But it's not the same.
It's not.
All right. I got the Patriots.
That baby is Pepe.
We all got the Patriots in this game.
I just figured we could talk through it because we're all picking the Patriots.
Eagles
anyway.
and Lions in Philly.
Hosted
and I'm mad I said Lions like that, by the way.
Yeah, and
Eagles and Lions.
Lions.
Grr.
Eagles and Lions.
Oh, my.
Simple fact that you said Lions with your teeth closed was a problem. Lions.
Well, you got your arms crossed sitting down.
There's so many S's. Lions.
Those were Z's.
I'm just trying to keep myself together.
Were
at
they?
this point.
Are you? You sound like you're falling asleep, Steve. I don't know if you're not really breaking down.
I'm wearing myself out with all this giggling.
You're wearing yourself out because you've been here since 10 o'clock this morning.
You've pulled the shift, Steve.
Yeah, pretty much. I will take the. It's in Philly. Yeah?
I thought that was Tom Jackson. Like, he lost a lot of weight.
Oh wow.
Oh my! Leave Joey Galloway alone.
No, I thought it was Tom Jackson. It has nothing to do with Joey Galloway. I just looked over.
I mean, he does kind of look like he looks like a skinny Tom Jackson.
Yeah.
That's a shame that you feel like Joey Galloway looks like Tom Jackson.
I mean, or maybe the other way around. Probably not. Yeah, I'll take the Eagles. It's in,
like
it's in
the
Philly.
Al Sharpton version.
It's in Philly. Yeah,
Yeah, in Philly.
And what's the spread? It's like 6.5, isn't it?
Sure. Next game.
We'll give him that.
6.
I got Eagles.
I'll take the Eagles.
Next game, Panthers and Cardinals. I got Panthers in Arizona. Who you got, Dave?
Hey, do I get to pick either of the last two games?
No. We already picked the Patriots.
Patriots one is that's
everyone
yeah.
picked the Patriots.
Yeah, I want the Eagles.
Okay.
From that game.
Scan your item.
Next one's Panthers at Arizona.
Scan your item.
Yeah, Carolina, Arizona.
Carolina, but I don't feel great about it.
Depends on if Cam's playing.
I was just gonna say, is
He's
Cam
not.
playing?
He's not playing. He's out.
Cam's not playing.
He's not playing.
Who's their backup?
Cam's not playing?
No.
Kaepernick, I think, right?
No,
Oh,
I think their backup
God.
is that young boy, but I believe he got hurt during the preseason. Too.
That young boy, like NBA young boy?
No, like
Like
he got just
shoot
got drafted.
dance?
He just got drafted.
So it's either him or 40 other people. I don't know who that is.
All I know is this segment is sponsored by Walmart, according to Dave.
Apparently. All right, let's find out who they're.
It's sponsored by the scanner system. Who makes those?
What are you talking about?
The self-scanners.
The Arizona quarterback?
No, backup for who's starting for Cam.
No, we know who the first pick was.
Yes, thank you for that.
Thanks, Steve.
I'm
But the
trying to
first
figure
pick in
out
the
what we tried to figure out.
2019 NFL draft.
He was, I believe, picked in the 3rd round.
Well, they gonna lose. I got Arizona.
You weren't looking it up just now?
No.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Thanks.
I was looking it up, and then
you did
stop.
Okay, cool. Well, things like we're a sports
Wow.
show, I thought maybe we might want to tell people that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do it myself. Thanks for that.
Deep analysis by Steve.
That should be the name of your next show.
Deep analysis.
Deep analysis.
Deep analysis.
Steve.
I got Cardinals.
I actually think the Cardinals.
God, it doesn't even show.
Unless Panthers do sign Kaepernick.
Kyle Allen.
Whom?
Is that the Panthers' backup QB?
I don't know. Who
Dave, get out.
I'm trying.
Mute the phone.
I'm trying.
How many items did
I'm
you
just
get?
saying. I'm just reminding you.
That's when you push the
Cam-
card to a person.
It is Kyle Allen. Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Oh, Kyle Allen. He played for the that school down in
He's one of those young boys.
Exactly.
Texas A&M.
I think the guy you're thinking about was Will Guerilla.
Do you guys think Kaepernick will ever play again in the NFL?
Next topic.
When I play in the
I don't know who
NFL.
Kyle Allen is. This is in Carolina or in Arizona? I forget.
It's in Carolina.
And Elena Deladon just won her second
Is it in Carolina or Arizona?
Kyle Allen
MVP.
is
of
the backup
WNBA.
in Carolina.
And she's
Is
by
that
far
what
the
you're
best
asking?
player in the league.
I already answered that.
I wish he wasn't a mystic. What's a mystic anyway?
Is the game
I'm
in
the Washington Mystic.
Hey,
What's a
man.
mystic? What's a mystic?
It's,
A wizard.
It's a female
something-
version of a wizard.
It's a wizard.
Pull it together.
It's a female
It was,
wizard.
that
like-
was at the time where
like
everybody
Doctor
in the
Strange.
WNBA, their team name was basically the
Yeah.
polar opposite of the male.
And they couldn't call them the witches.
Yeah, that,
Well,
that
Or
was-
the drink.
Okay, the game's in Arizona. I'm taking the Cardinals.
The drink?
They're just a drink called Mystic.
Sure
It's
they are.
Midwest.
Oh, I'm like, I thought you wanted
Man.
them to be called the drink. The
So over
Washington
y'all.
drink.
I didn't.
So
no,
over.
Mystic. Yeah, no,
So
they don't
over.
know. Hey, no, that they don't know anything about
Man,
Mystic.
that's true.
And they don't
That's
know
probably
anything. You remember Mystic used to have the fizziness to it.
The Washington Blank Bullets.
Washington.
The blank bullets.
The Washington Blanks,
Blank man?
the Buckshots.
Not Giannis.
Oh no.
Giants and Buccaneers. I got the Buccaneers.
Yeah, I'm taking anybody but the Giants.
Daniel Jones.
Taking the Buccaneers only because of the Giants' defense. I think Daniel Jones will play well, but
The
What's-
defense will fail him.
yeah. And what you call it is back playing. He's back being Todd Bowles is back being a great defensive coordinator. Worked out really. It's tough for a rookie to see him first. So I'll take Tampa to win, but I'll take the Giants cover.
Okay.
Next game, Mr. NBA.
Or Dave.
Dave's
I'm
on
taking the Bucks. I think the Giants suck.
Yeah, they lost to the Bills last week.
Oh.
Next game, Texans going into Los Angeles to play San Diego Chargers.
Is this a home game?
There are no home games.
There's
I mean,
no home games.
Who's the home team?
Well, if
Chargers
they're going to LA,
going to
I know
LA.
that they're
San
playing in
Diego
LA, and it
Chargers.
should be a home game for the Chargers. But do the Chargers actually have fans in LA? Is
Well,
my point.
I don't
No,
know, but
no.
you do
But I
the
don't think
same
it-
analysis
I
every
don't
week.
think-
the real question, Steve, honestly, is do the Texan fans travel?
That's
well?
what I was going to say.
That's the real question.
I'm not sure if they
I
travel.
don't know how well they
Basically,
travel.
yeah,
I don't
that's-
think they don't travel like
is who's the
Cowboys
home
fans.
Yeah, or like shoot, or anybody in their own division. Their
Right,
own
right.
division take that.
It
that
takes a
whole
long
push
time
out.
for a horse to get from Houston to LA. So
True.
Makes sense.
Or
All right,
is-
so
Yeah. -3. I'll take that and the over. Well, I won't. 48 is the over, but I think I got the Chargers. That's easy.
I will take the Chargers as well. I have a hard time betting anybody as a favorite against the Texans because they just always make games close at the end. So I guess if I had to take a chance, I'll take a chance on the +3 for the Texans. But yeah, I like Chargers to win.
All right.
Chargers win.
All right. Saints
Dave.
going into Seattle. Dave, who you got? Chargers.
I'm going to stick with the Texans. I don't feel great about it, though.
Okay.
Oh,
Tell us when you feel great about it.
you don't feel great about your fantasy coach?
Ooh.
Oh. Well, I dropped
Hey,
out.
Doug Peterson lost last week, too. We got the same amount of coach points.
And
Yeah,
I have
what's-
an
are we-
undisputed record.
Are we gonna have the same points at the end of the game? Anyway,
Go ahead, Quan.
All right, next game, Saints going into Seattle. I'm hungry.
Seattle.
I'm really hungry.
Yeah, not the Saints.
Stop watching Taco Bell commercials.
I'm taking Seattle.
That didn't make me hungry.
I think it'll take the Saints about a week to get acclimated to the new stuff. Yeah, I'll take Seattle, but I hope I'm wrong, and I hope there's literally a mudslide right before the game and nobody gets to play.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Well, they'd have to
Seattle
reschedule
so
the
much.
game.
They don't.
They just cancel
They
it.
just
They just give them a
Everyone,
loss.
everyone takes a
15.
tie.
Just get
We're
a
just
loss.
gonna all get a tie.
Just
here.
you lose.
Everybody loses. Both teams lose.
Heads I win, tails you lose.
That's right. Harvey Dent up in this piece.
I got the Saints in this game. Bridgewater. Dave. I'm hungry. I need to eat.
Bridgewater.
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 No, Bridgewater. I'm definitely taking Seattle.
What?
Sure. Moving on.
I got Seattle.
Next
Yeah,
game. Next game.
Bridgewater.
All right, the Rams Sunday night game playing in Cleveland against the Browns, who just beat the Jets, which isn't saying much. But I think this is when we'll get to see where the Browns, the Week 1 Browns or the Week 2 Browns, is that, who we getting up out of this. But I got the Rams. It's -3 for the Rams. But
yeah. I will also take the Rams. Baker doesn't look like the guy yet that he didn't finish off the season last year. He might be one of those guys takes a little bit to get warm, but he's missing some passes that he wasn't missing last year. So for now, I'm taking the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, definitely Rams.
I don't like how much we're agreeing.
Dave, who you got?
All bad.
Well,
I have to take the Rams. Wade Phillips against Baker.
Yeah, fair point.
in a Monday night's game, Bears and the Red Sox.
Nice. Almost got you to say it.
The Bears and the Red Sox.
And this is where it begins. The recovery starts now.
Recovery for what?
The recovery from 0-2. Qual.
I don't know.
The recovery.
He recovered since '99, not 02.
Anyway, I will be there wearing this. jersey.
Okay, Jackson 5. Anyway, I will take the I'll take the Bears. They have a little. They didn't make some recovery too.
Yeah, I got the Bears in this one.
You're all haters.
Dave, who you got?
Josh, 0-2, 0-3.
Owen Hart.
Owen Hart.
Owen
Steve.
Hart. R.I.P.
From the rafters.
It's got to be the Bears. I mean, I think Trubisky sucks.
And you're all going to be wrong.
We'll see.
Or I'll be the only
I
one
mean,
that's
it's not
wrong.
really gonna. It's not gonna really
It's only
matter.
a 50-50 shot.
It's not really gonna matter for wrong.
Why not?
You tell him why, Quad.
Next game.
Hey, man.
I skipped one. My
Why
bad.
did you skip your game
I
and go
forgot.
all the way freaking Sunday night football, Monday night football?
Listen, it was hard to
Oh,
see.
my
Like,
Yeah, I did. I was scrolling through. The game of the week. The Pittsburgh Steelers, 0-2, lost their quarterback for the year, which might actually be a good thing for that team. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
Going into Santa Clara to play the San Francisco 49ers. And Jimmy. Jesus. San Francisco -6.5. They definitely cover. They win by 14 at least. One of the best teams in the league.
I've got all my beeves so ready for y'all.
I've never heard so much love for a professional team in my life.
It's so
that's
crazy.
because you don't actually have a favorite football team.
There's
Anyway.
embedded passion that words can't even describe that's happening here. Like,
You just
it's a
described it as
travesty.
embedded passion.
It's a travesty,
oh my
but it's
gosh.
all right.
It's
It's all right.
I got the 49ers
course you do.
definitely and to cover, so
I
make
would
sure.
appreciate all the blasphemy to stop.
Yeah.
All right.
there's no
It needs to
blasphemy.
stop.
I'm just reporting.
Because-
I'm just reporting the news.
Because
I'm just delivering here.
excuse me. The first part of the football trinity, Jimmy Jesus,
Okay.
has spoken.
What did he say?
He says,
What do you say?
The book
For
the book
Jimmy-
of the court.
for Jimmy so loved the ball, he gave his only begotten touchdown.
Wow.
And then he'll give another, and another, and one more, and then 31-13.
Oh my
Wow.
The Jimmy Jesuses.
Hey, you know what? You know what they sound like? They sound like the Bears super fans. He's like, oh, it's gonna be a close one.
We sound like we're gonna be 3-0.
96
we
to
sound like
2.
Yeah, pretty much.
It sounded like that dude in Waco who had a cold.
Oh no!
The feds had to come shut it down.
Good.
That's what they sound
Why
like.
we gotta be all that?
Look,
His name's David Koresh, by
David
the way.
Koresh.
Go ahead, Steve. Who you got?
He has a name, Steve.
Give the psycho killer a name.
Oh, no.
Kareem and Quan. That's who they are.
You just make sure you stop drinking Kool-Aid. That's all I say.
He wasn't the Kool-Aid guy. He was the burn everybody to a crisp guy.
I remember that too.
Kool-Aid guy was
Kool-Aid
Jim
guy
Jones.
was Jim Jones,
Jim Jones, that's right. Jonestown.
Ballin'.
which is
Jonestown.
that's where I'm from. I know.
Is it? Really? I didn't know that. Did
Take
you make it out?
No,
Those are-
he was one of the kids that
Those
drank
are,
the Kool-Aid.
those are all Americans who did all that. Who did all that drinking.
He's one of the kids that drank the Kool-Aid, and he's dead.
No, that's where my whole family's from, though. But
Wow.
they were all like, "Look at all these crazy white people from America. What are they drinking? We don't drink that here. We do not
Why'd
drink.
that big pitcher bust through the wall?
We do not drink that here. And why is there so little sugar?
Why are they shooting at that plane if there are people trying to leave?
Oh my goodness.
Who drinks that much Kool-Aid with that little sugar?
Yo, how does a man kill a senator and and they don't come shut his whole situation down? It's amazing.
Well,
Well, he shut the
He shut
situation
everything
down
down.
because they never
5
got
hours
there.
later.
Oh, we gonna kill you. Oh.
We're all
This is
gonna
a raid. Everybody put your hands up. I said put your hands up.
Why your hands so down? Pow pow.
Why everyone got Kool-Aid on their lips?
See,
Why their lips red?
I blame all of this on myself. All of this is my
I'm just an
fault.
innocent
Sprinkle
bystander.
some crack on them. Let's get out of here.
I get labeled as the
Apparently
crazy
this-
one.
Man came in and
Yeah,
had
his
pictures of
senator
himself
broke it.
all over the house. Saw this once when I was a rookie.
That's once I was a rookie. Hanging pictures of himself dressed as Jesus all over this.
Dave, are you still there? Who you got? Niners?
I want to pick against the Niners this week, but I'm definitely not picking Pittsburgh. They do not look good. Although I think Mason Rudolph would be a good replacement.
So then the answer is Niners.
I have to pick the 49ers to go 3-0.
You pronounce Super Bowl wrong. Anyway.
I'm picking the Steelers.
No, I know what I said.
You're
I
picking
know what
who?
you said. I'm
Who,
saying you
Josh?
pronounce it incorrectly.
The Steelers.
Josh is picking the Steelers. So, yeah, your record is 0-3 against the Niners this season.
It
so
is
far.
true. It is.
And
oh,
I
it is.
believe
It
it
is.
will be 0-16.
No. I'll pick you eventually. Maybe if you play
Yeah.
the Dolphins.
Yeah. When we play y'all,
We're playing the Dolphins.
when we play you guys.
When do we play?
I
Week
think that's
7?
week 6 or 7. Yeah.
Ooh, we got to go watch that somewhere.
Oh.
I will not watch that with you.
Why?
Why?
I don't enjoy those kinds of things.
Watching football with friends? What a jerk.
No. Watching football with ignorance is not my that is not my
Wow.
side.
Well,
That
then
is
you-
not my good side.
Well,
of
you've
a
already done
subject.
it twice this year.
Wow.
You're
Whoa.
0-2.
Wow.
That's watching ignorance on the TV. That's not being surrounded by it.
And
On TV and in the midst
in
of.
fairness,
Yeah, it's a difference.
In fairness,
I feel you.
he's not wrong. We're gonna be ignorant as
I know.
I wouldn't be.
I have
sir.
sir.
I have respect when
I
I
will,
watch
be,
games.
I will
sir.
be ignorant enough for both of us. then.
Well, yeah,
I
exactly.
have a lot of respect when I watch sporting events with friends.
it's true.
Steve, who do you got in this 49ers
You know who doesn't
game?
have respect? Teams with racist names.
Not the Steelers.
Not the Steelers.
Not the Steelers.
Why are they just afraid to say
Not the mama.
Niners?
Not the mama.
I'm scared.
The name of the team from Santa Clara or Santa Ana or wherever they're from
That's it.
has been spoken enough.
Okay, St. Louis Rams over here.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Forever and for always.
That's right. Always and forever.
Wait till you guys hear the clip I pull up next week.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh,
How
boy.
somebody hated a team that he acts like he likes
Oh,
now.
I hate my dog sometimes too. Still love him and feed him every
Why
day.
do you hate a
Why
dog?
would you hate your dog? Your dog
dog.
loves you
Your
unconditionally.
dog don't ever have a problem. They'll never have an
I
attitude.
could see being annoyed with him, but hate?
Like,
Dang.
literally, have you ever seen a dog with an attitude?
You ever seen
Like,
a dog
really
poop
think
on-
about
you
it.
ever seen
Oh, yeah, I
dog?
have.
You ever seen dog
I
poop
got
on the floor?
I got.
You ever seen dog eat your shoes up?
Glad you said shoes. Yes. Yeah, actually, yeah.
Hmm?
I had a dog.
Yeah.
I got rid of him because of that. Bit my
See?
joint.
Wow.
What's worse? I still
Oh.
got my dogs. Feed them every
I'm-
day. Take care of them.
I almost threw him in the middle of the
calling,
freeway.
I'm calling PETA.
Call them.
Peter bread.
Pita bread.
I'm gonna cook them.
Peter
I'll eat that
Pan.
too.
Pumpkin eater.
I'm gonna cook them a steak.
Petey Pablo.
Oh,
Them steak for dinner. That's how I roll.
Peter
Oh,
Parker.
God.
Anyway, I gotta show you a video of this dog who has attitude. It's the best thing ever. He's just
Okay, we'll
the
watch
best.
that sometime.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, we'll watch
Right
that
after we watch
sometime.
that bear video again.
I
watch it again.
That
It probably
bear
won't be
video
as good as that bear video.
That's the best. Snatcher smooth up,
There's no better bear video
Oh,
in the world.
again, the Karate
including
Kid.
the ones from Chicago.
Go, Quan. What else you got? Do you have any other sneak attack games at the end of the schedule?
Wow, that seems racist.
What?
Wow.
A sneak attack?
Sneak attack?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Pearl Harbor.
What?
Oh no. No. I wasn't implying or inferring anything in regards to those types of tactics
Never mind. Sorry.
Hey,
in
man.
war or elsewhere.
Thought you were joining Steve in the hate.
No.
I got nothing but love.
Listen, our show's been over for an hour. We're just here still live on Facebook. So anybody tuning in now, this is not our show. This is just banter.
Oh.
This is the banter show.
I want to switch this to Vegas Media.
Baseball?
Vegas
Wanna talk
Media
any
Hype.
baseball?
Best show on.
How the Atlanta Braves, the match number is 1.
Yeah.
We could talk about the Braves, though. And how they're going to probably lose to the
All right,
Dodgers.
sticking
Anyway.
to the NFL. Antonio Brown is losing sponsors. Nike, his helmet.
Anybody? Yeah, he lost. What was the name of the helmet?
I
company?
don't know.
You got to buy your own helmet now.
Zenith or something.
Yes, it was. It was Zenith.
Something like
Good job.
that.
That's exactly what it
Yeah.
was. It was Zenith.
I thought he was wearing an 80s TV on his head.
Good job, Quan.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay.
I'll be here every night.
Anyway,
Oh, my
but yeah.
goodness.
So,
I mean,
yeah, and he lost Nike.
I mean,
He did.
Now,
be a jerk for 2 consecutive months. You're going to
2 consecutive months, or maybe
Well,
maybe a prison bit.
he took a break in the middle before he he was a jerk, and then off season happened. Then he reported, and then it was 2 consecutive months
Oh, okay.
of just
Just constant, constant.
people just aren't gonna.
Flow of ignorance.
I mean, first of all, you bashed the helmet company for or whatever it was. Or,
Did he on the
well,
way out?
not that. I'm just saying the fact that he couldn't get his helmet right or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever it wasn't good publicity. Whatever it was.
Well,
Wasn't
that
good
wasn't that
publicity.
company.
That
though.
wasn't that.
He
That was
was
company
with,
he was with.
Yeah, he was with.
Right.
Reddit. He was with Reddit.
Reddit. Riddell.
Riddell, that's what it was.
I didn't think he was with
Reddit?
Riddell. I thought
he
he was
watching live streams
Live stream.
Yeah.
illegally.
It was
Yogurt?
definitely a company that begins with an R that he had a helmet from.
That's
And he's no
really
longer
not
with
important.
them.
Nah,
Rydell High School.
he's
Right.
Jr.
Go Grease
Rydell.
Lightning.
Anyway, but yeah, he hasn't been a good look. He's not a good spokesperson right now.
Yeah.
What's he gonna sell other than crazy?
There you go.
That's all he's
There's
got.
got to
That's
be
it.
a mental health institution somewhere that needs an Antonio Brown.
And even there, he's got to wear a helmet.
He doesn't even have a sponsor for it. Like, sorry, you can't
maybe
be here with
he could
that.
advertise for like Four Loco or something.
Right. Hey,
That would be a
That's
good one.
That's good.
Just when you thought you couldn't get crazier, he was with Shut. He was with Shut.
Oh, I thought you were
No.
still doing the voice.
No, he was with Shut.
Oh, it was just
Yeah.
letter close to R.
Yeah.
Got it.
He lost a bunch of endorsements actually in the past year or
Shut,
so.
shut as in the door to all endorsements for him.
Hey-o.
I'm still laughing at the letter close to R.
But like,
Yeah, I was just sitting there the whole time thinking, like, what are you guys talking about? Because I heard about the Shut Air Advantage helmet from 2010.
Air
enough
Advantage.
times that-
Yeah, it was Air Advantage.
I thought you were putting groceries away.
yeah, but if you read the story, at some point you got to, because it seems like there was a lot of them.
That was
If you
a
read
lot of popsicles there.
the story that
I
came,
forgot the Mrs. Butterworth.
ah man, we had a mayonnaise already.
So
I thought we already had
neither
two
one of
mayonnaise
those
in the
things were ever
fridge.
eaten by me.
I'm thinking, mayonnaise, not Miracle Whip.
Ugh, gross.
Can't even take this back. I already opened
whoa,
it.
what do you mean? Are you not a Miracle Whip fan? You're a
No,
Hellmann's
you
guy?
want that? It's something that made mayonnaise worse. Oh god.
I hate both.
Mayonnaise is
I hate
disgusting.
mayonnaise. I hate Miracle Whip.
First off, you're both white, so how do you guys not like mayonnaise?
That was racist.
It was.
Um,
It was. It was.
I've never liked
I
mayonnaise.
feel like the word racist is being thrown.
It was.
I'm
It
not sure
was.
that goes to the level of racism.
It was.
but
It
whatever.
was. No,
was
but like
racist.
seriously, guys, you don't like mayonnaise, really?
You almost said raisins?
I said mayonnaise.
Raisin
Do you
is-
not like mayonnaise,
No.
Dave?
I hate mayonnaise.
What's your condiment of choice?
On a sandwich,
I like
mustard.
hot sauce.
Magnum?
Hotter the better.
You said hot sauce?
He said mustard.
Yeah.
And Dave said hot sauce.
I mean, it depends on what type
Dave,
of
you just
sandwich.
putting hot sauce on your
Hot
bologna?
sauce, hot sauce in my bag, swag.
I put hot sauce on anything, and I don't like bologna either.
Who eats bologna?
On paper, Dave's
okay,
black.
good. I don't. Hey, look.
No, for real. Like he has all the statistics.
Yeah. If you read the stats on Dave on paper and
On
never
paper.
saw his face, you think that's a black dude, man.
Yo,
For real.
you be like Davion Nobles.
Davion Noble.
Or maybe
Davion.
your stereotypes are wrong.
Davion Nobles.
Davion
Black
Noble.
No, well, no. I
You
mean,
just call
you
me
know,
Davion?
Davion Nobles.
Hold on. I have 2 quick questions on Davion. 1, is there a Y? And 2, is there an apostrophe in Davion?
The answer,
both, Dave.
the answer is yes.
The answer to both
The
of
answer
those
is
is
yes.
yes.
And
Davion
Todd
Noble.
says in the
On Black
in
Jeopardy.
the chat says he likes mayo and mustard. So he
Oh, if you combine them, oh, that joint is that's not
Jesus Christ.
mayo mustard together.
I would die.
Oh, that's great.
I would die a slow death. Like, oh god.
Mayo mustard together.
Mayo and mustard is pretty good.
That's bomb.
So what's your favorite sauce on a sandwich, Josh?
Sauce.
Sauce.
Hot sauce, mayonnaise sauce,
That man got offended.
mustard sauce.
There you asked me about. That's personal.
Why did everyone voted for Quan?
Ask me about no sauce.
Chicken. This is duck. Anyway. No, I'm usually more of a mayonnaise guy. But that was after years of mustard, and then like we switched over from bologna when we got to the league.
Was it hard to kick mustard out of your diet? As it was somebody out of your.
That actually was quite easy.
Wow.
Oh, was it?
The latter, quite tough.
quite. Baby.
I'm not touching this topic
Yeah,
because I always go too far.
Jalen Ramsey's hair is just
I will say this: if you put
getting long.
mayonnaise and hot sauce together, though,
Man,
Mayonnaise
Word?
and hot
it's
sauce.
not bad.
I might try that.
Put it with your chicken fingers, boy.
Oh, that actually
On a sandwich?
would be pretty good.
Well, you can.
You said mayonnaise.
Fat-
I ain't
this
never,
fat
what you
kid
like? Dip it
outside.
in mayonnaise?
Huh?
You mix the hot sauce in the mayonnaise?
Yeah, then you mix it up.
Okay.
Boy.
And then you dip. And then you dip it.
Yeah.
They really
Okay.
having a moment.
Yo, let me tell you something. Life
Okay.
changing. Life changing.
I might try that tonight.
all right, one gotta go. Tacos, pizza, wings, or Steve.
Wings.
Steve.
Wings.
Wings.
Steve.
Thanks,
Wings.
Josh. Thanks.
Wings all day long.
Here's the thing, though. Oh, but here's the thing, though. You can get rid of tacos and just use the same exact way to make them and have burritos and tostadas and
Anything
quesadillas.
else. You just not call it
It's the
tacos.
same thing. It's
Like-
just made how you do the wrap.
Just not.
We just didn't close the ends of the burrito.
Not
That's-
technically a taco.
It's a
That's all,
burrito
yeah,
with
yeah.
an open end burrito.
Right.
Same exact
I
ingredients.
didn't close the ends. Oh, did you mean tostada? Sure, let's go with that. Did you mean
Whatever, bro.
taquito? Sure.
It's just a little crunchy. That's all.
That's all.
Oh my goodness.
Dave, what's your vote? What's got? Well, it's got to be something other than
And Steve.
Grateful Dead talking about.
Can't. I saw him. Oh my goodness, no, we saw a man yesterday beat Quan and Todd. He looked like he was auditioning for Flock of Seagulls. Swear to God.
Nope.
Not even a joke.
Oh yeah,
Quan.
the public us.
like I mean hair. Like he was in '87, but he was literally 24.
Kiefer Sutherland. Nice.
He did
He
look like
was
himself.
the lost boy.
He looked like that.
Oh man.
So Dave,
You asked my choice on that? Well, if it was Josh, I would say Josh. I like
That's horrible.
Steve.
Thanks,
I
Dave.
like Steve.
But
Thanks, Dave.
How you just bring my name into the dirt?
You had no problem with throwing Steve under the bus. That was the issue.
Oh, I didn't throw Steve under the bus.
Nah, but you didn't say nothing. You weren't like, why would you even say that?
I did.
I choose wings.
I did. I said I like Steve. I choose wings. Steve isn't even a question. He stays.
I appreciate
And that's
that.
up against pizza. If it's pizza or Steve,
All right.
Well, oof.
I'd still choose Steve.
I mean,
you
Now,
rolled your eyes when you
where's
said
the
that,
pizza?
like, I'm
Where's the
lying
pizza
here.
from?
That's the key.
Where's the
Now, if
pizza
it's
from?
Steve versus Litos, Steve, you can two chop
Man.
to the throat.
That's messed up.
Hold up, but I guess I could convince Steve to buy me some Litos. There we go.
There's that.
Pizza
That's
gotta
it.
go. Steve, you owe me some pizza.
We-
See?
we need to get some pizza.
2 birds.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
One stone or
Oh. That's you.
They're the birds.
I'm not stoned at all.
You're the stoner.
That's you. Oh,
just in case he wasn't being clear enough.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's my favorite part of Zach and Miri. Not you.
Not you. Zach and Mary, what'd they do?
Nope. You saw how I stopped it.
Thank you.
Yeah, there it is. I can censor myself. It's possible.
Nuts.
What?
I don't know.
Steve just said nuts.
Nuts. Out of nowhere. What?
Tourette's over here looking.
I mumbled it, but I said,
"Hey, George. Hey, George Washington Carver, relax over there." Nuts.
I mumbled it, but I said, "Y'all are nuts."
Oh my!
And then I just
didn't hear the y'all are.
And yeah, because I was mumbling. It's
nuts.
Nuts.
He's like nuts.
I got kids, man. Leave me alone.
What? Did that have to do with you yelling nuts randomly?
Is one of them allergic? I don't
like
understand.
Everybody that has kids runs around yelling nuts.
Yeah, I got a kid. I'm not like nut.
You only got one kid, right?
Right. I don't say nut.
Oh, this guy must only have one kid.
Nut.
And Josh just said nut because he's not sure if it's his or not. Not sure.
That's exactly what Tom Coughlin says.
Not okay.
Never mind.
Pull the.
Okay.
Oh,
thanks for tuning in to the
anybody in
Unnamed
my life
Comedy
ever
Show.
really
I
watches
appreciate
this
the
show.
people still watching because I wouldn't be watching
I'd be
still.
out.
I would have been not watching.
You'd be
I
surprised.
would have been not watching anymore.
I am not watching the Unnamed Sports Show.
Oh, I can't remember where it comes from, so I'll leave it alone.
Oh,
Dang it. I don't remember. It's gone.
it's Borat. Come on.
No.
This suit
It's like,
is not black.
How did you know what I was thinking
Suit is
about?
black, not.
How did you know what was on my mind? This
Lord
is
Jesus.
not black. Thank you. I could not think. I was like, where am I thinking about? Oh, I couldn't think about it.
But you're black.
Oh, man. That's too funny. Dave, how are you holding up?
You unpacked them groceries
Dave's
yet,
been on
bro?
the phone for an hour.
We're talking
and
about
1
people
minute.
who won't watch anymore. If I was Dave, I'd have been like, click. We heard the operator a long time ago.
Dave's ran 6 different errands, went through Walmart, paid for everything at Walmart, filled up his cupboards.
Put away everything.
Dave, throughout this whole process, Dave, I have heard not one child. Why are you not in the
Poured
studio,
hot sauce
Dave?
on like 3 different things.
Why are you not here, Dave? I want the real truth.
I'm working. I've just been on and off. I jump on and off when I can.
He was like a kung fu flick. I'm working. I will kill you and avenge my brother today.
I'm working.
Master, I am working.
Don't get SNL now.
Now, how could SNL somebody when they've been doing that forever?
Hey,
Seriously.
because when I do it,
That's
it's cool.
hypocritical.
When you do it, it's racist. That's why.
I didn't even hear the whole story. That just sounded very hypocritical.
Well, I didn't even see the clip, but when I heard he did like it wasn't like he said anything.
like an Asian accent.
I
Yeah,
mean,
he did an
Steve's
accent.
been doing it since day one. We've never kicked him off.
I wonder.
Shoot, we all have.
I wonder if there was the time when they were just like, "All right, just go apologize." He's like, "I'm not gonna apologize for telling jokes," and they're just like, "Bye." Because that seems like the kind of thing that you should just be able to be like, "Yo, all right, so people don't like it."
It
And
depends
then
on
that'd be the first episode with him on there. It'd be like him doing an Asian person just to double down.
Explain the story for people that don't know.
I don't think he knows
I
it.
don't know it that well.
Okay, so
Well, I mean, nobody knows what we're talking about right now. We
Saturday
kind
Night
of
Live.
jumped into nothing.
Saturday Night Live hired their very first Asian personality and another guy named Shane Gillis. Now he was hired, which we found out later, to bring the conservative audience, which is weird that every single time these people do that, somehow something racist happens. Anyway, it's weird.
Interesting.
Anyway,
I didn't know that.
he had a podcast that he did impression of an Asian man, and
Recently.
Yeah.
well, no, it was like 10 years. No, it was 2018. So this was after people were already like, you might want to start watching yourself. And he was like, sure, hold my racially charged beer. and he just did it. Which to me, still, I would have been like, all right, not cool, bro. Just like you have to fire him. Like I'm sure people would have been like,
I mean, they're
it wasn't
comedians.
cool, but
Comedians. I mean,
Comedians
I'm not
have
saying they have a pass, but they
have a
kind of.
pass. As
And
long
they-
as they don't go
Well, that's
across
not
the line.
That's not a pass. This was like almost 2019 when he did it. But
No,
that-
I'm saying, I mean, black comedians do the white voice all the time. Like,
And-
it's not racist.
Well, according to what a lot of people are saying is that he actually used a slur in the clip.
Oh,
and I
that's
have
different.
it.
If you do that, then that's
oh,
right.
see, I didn't listen.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything like that.
I didn't hear
he
that.
might have
The-
said Chinaman.
Oh,
The
no,
clip-
he 100% did.
Oh,
And
well,
on
then-
multiple occasions,
Oh,
multiple
well,
times.
See, I didn't
well,
know
then
that
he knows
part.
better. Yeah,
I
see,
thought he just did like an
the
like
clip
like
I
the
heard
boys.
was just an impression. That's
Okay.
the clip I heard. But if he actually used a slur,
What did he say? Steve?
no, just
Nope.
stop.
It does not say,
Good,
and if it
thank
did
the
say,
Lord.
I'm not going to say.
And from everybody that I've heard from that is Asian, and I've had the same conversation with friends of mine before, they were like, it's not so much. You weren't being on the edge. These are jokes that I heard when I was in 6th grade.
Yeah.
You was just saying it just to be that outrageous shock jock guy.
Yeah.
Which
Just to show.
doesn't work anymore. Like, everyone's
Right.
done that. It's old.
There better be a place to stick the landing. And if you're just doing it
Yeah.
just to be outrageous and say, just to prove that you can say this word because you're a comedian, well, you know what?
You probably won't be a comedian.
You won't be
very
work.
long. Well,
but here's the
I
thing.
mean,
comedians.
this is
But see, you got to understand something. This isn't going to hurt him that bad because
Now
now
his name is
he
bigger.
gets to be the guy that says, well, I got fired because I wasn't given the PC culture, and he's going to sell
so
another.
and that's exactly what he said. So he
Of
gives,
course.
and this is a quote. He said, "Everybody's been like, you can't say bleep and not expect consequences. Bleep being the 4-letter S word."
thank
Gillis said per
Good
variety,
job.
and then he says, "I'm fine with the consequences. I'm not arguing. F it. But I do want everyone to know that I've been reading every one of my death threats in an Asian accent." And that right there kind of lets you know where his head is at.
Doubling down.
He's
That was kinda
doubling
funny,
down with basically being racist and using it as a joke as the guys who are making it okay. And
Yeah, that's true.
so yeah, bye.
That's true.
Well, I mean, like he just doesn't see what the problem is. I mean, again, I'm not Asian, but
He might see it and not care.
I'm not
though.
Asian, but I know I've seen white comedians use a black accent. I'm like, listen, I'll excuse anything for funny.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's again, what is the
context,
content
what is-
and the
Yeah.
tone?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If the tone is
What are
of
you-
a funny tone, I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
upset.
And not even just funny. Like, what point are you trying to get to?
Yeah.
If
Right.
you are just using a black accent just to be mean spirited and to prove I can say whatever I want, then
Kramer.
nah, I'm not cool with that. Right.
Kramer.
Right.
Exactly. Right. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Those are
Ooh.
the few choices. Like look, they doesn't really come out that often.
Right, so I can see why. And listen, who are we all kidding? Come on, we all got a pass. We've all done other nationalities' accent. We've
course.
all
I
done
never
it.
have.
Listen, I can point to you some Asian rappers right now who do. Trust me, they know a black accent apparently, because that's what all their rap songs sound like.
Yeah.
I didn't know Aquafina was Asian until about a week and a half ago. Talking about how she was stereotyped because she's Asian. Mer?
You stereotype because of your voice.
Who knew that?
Yeah.
Aquafina. That's water.
That's her name.
Yeah.
She is the Aquafina. she ain't Fiji, I tell you.
Whoa. So she's made by Coke.
She's
Possibly. It's possible.
you get famous enough, they all are.
As long as it's better than Crystal Geyser. That's
No
all I'm
kidding.
asking.
So far, she's not a racist.
All right.
That's as far as we.
Cream has one got to go. Which one? What you got, Cream, for us?
The one gotta go.
One gotta go.
Tacos, pizza, Steve.
No, we already did that one.
Yeah, wings.
No, give us another one.
Oh,
Oh,
You give us one.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And then we're gonna go eat after this because I'm hungry.
okay. One gotta go. The first hour of Tekashi's testimony, the second hour of Tekashi's testimony, or the third hour of Tekashi's testimony? Because there was a lot of snitching.
Wow.
Which one gotta go? Hey, that man was talking about how his customer service was bad at a restaurant. He was talking about everything.
I'm gonna tell it
I'm
all.
about to
He
snitch
told
on the
on the waitress.
laundromat
He
lady.
was first 48 with a cigarette in his mouth.
Right.
That's how
Hey,
bad
bro.
he
First
was.
of all, I gave her 20%. She didn't bring the extra napkins.
Hey, you want a
On
cigarette, bro?
blood.
You hungry?
Whoa.
We gonna order you some pizza. What kind of pizza? Yeah.
They come back
Not
from
just-
commercial.
Wow, man.
He ain't sweating no more.
Here's what I want to know though.
You need
They're
another
like, who
cigarette?
shot
though?
JR?
What I want to know is like, was that supposed to be sealed? Because man, they put that out there. Was it supposed to be sealed? Somebody leaked it
No,
Or was
I,
it
No,
was
no,
supposed
no,
to be
no.
sealed?
I hope that
because
wasn't
how
sealed.
terrible is his attorney? Like you can't even, like
His attorney's probably
Bro, he
pro
can't go into
bono,
he
like,
can't go into witness protection. Like that's not possible for him, unless he's
Well-
about to go through some major.
Ain't you seen
reconstruction.
Face Off?
Wait,
he
I've seen
can't-
those tattoos somewhere and that rainbow bright hair.
Did you see
Yeah.
Face
Ain't you seen
Off?
Face Off? He can do it.
He can, but not like what we think. But they'll lock him up somewhere.
He better go
By
into
himself.
deep into
does-
the Amazon
He'll do
jungle.
Face Off. Like, little mama, where'd you get those tattoos from?
But you sure do got a real familiar face,
Hey,
but your body's different.
Oh man.
hey.
But man, yeah, that dude was snitching on
Oh,
everybody. He
he
said
was.
Cardi B was a blood. Now, when did she come around your neighborhood? Come on, bro. She was a
Hey.
who?
Oh,
Everybody
man.
was banging.
Oh my god.
I ain't mad at him. He cleaning up the streets.
Here's my
Hey,
thing, though.
he doing more work than the police right now.
Hey, that's true. Here's the thing, though, right? So, like, it's one thing that he was snitching with her, but like there were like dudes that he hired to protect him, and they were like, "We want more money, and we're gonna try and kill you." Y'all gotta go to jail. I'm snitching on everybody. Your mama ain't pay taxes. She gotta go. Snitch. Everybody gotta
That's what
go
I'm
to
saying.
prison.
Like that's why
I'm supposed to be loyal to y'all.
I don't see why everybody's so shocked that he's snitching. These guys literally threatened to kill him. Like they threatened his baby
didn't
mama.
threaten,
Like
they tried to kill him.
That's
Not
what I'm
threaten, they
saying,
tried
like-
to kill him. Let all y'all gotta
bro.
go.
Let him snitch. Hey,
All I'm saying
look,
is,
you want Tekashi 6ix9ine off the street, or you want these other 50 dudes off the streets?
Right, exactly.
You want these other 50 off the streets? Let Tekashi run around
Yeah.
and singing songs.
just
and
he
hang
ain't
out
gonna
the
sing-
window.
he-
Rainbow
singing-
aura.
He's not running nowhere.
He's
Hold on,
singing
Steve,
this one last time.
Can we guarantee that he makes no more music?
That's what I was-
Then that
but
might
here's
be a
the-
tougher bargain.
That's not even a thing. Can we guarantee that this generation ain't still gonna accept him back?
Oh, of course they will.
We can't.
Oh, they would
They will.
accept him back immediately.
Yeah.
They will.
He would be their new. Remember, we're from a different generation.
I'm just saying.
We're from the
Yeah.
generation
I'm
we
just
respect
saying.
the shooter.
That generation let him
Hey, right.
let him get away with a lot of liberties. If you catch my drift,
Yeah, and
let
he
him
finna-
get away
Mhm.
with a lot of liberties.
Mhm.
Then they found out when he got to court, everybody want to be a gangster. So it's time to be a gangster.
Mhm.
He wasn't. All of a sudden, he wasn't with y'all no more, huh?
He got that suit on with that rainbow bright hair.
Did he have
was
on a
sitting
suit?
there.
Oh,
he had
God.
he had on a suit at least.
a
I ain't
rainbow
seen a
kerchief?
testimony.
I
Hey,
wish.
hey,
I was like, wait a minute.
hey,
really?
he sat there looking like MC Skittles.
He looked like he looked like
Spilling the
Joaquin
beans,
Phoenix.
bro.
He like he went down the court steps just like Joaquin Phoenix.
He looked like the Joker
in the trailer.
He looked like
Yeah.
the Joker.
I seen somebody do that thing. Him doing that with the walk it out beat or whatever the ball.
Yeah.
The Laffy Taffy beat,
Laffy
but the
Taffy.
way he's walking.
Yeah.
Boy,
Hey,
listen.
Look,
Oh, I got some videos to show y'all.
let me tell you, man.
Hey,
This dude,
that Taffy.
this,
This
this dude was snitching on people they wasn't even asking for information about.
And Judge, I know you're cheating on your wife. Wait, hold up. Whoa.
You don't know me,
Wait,
sir.
But it's okay. She cheating on you too. I seen it.
Last week she was at the.
On blood, Judge. Wait, you're not even them anymore.
Oh
You can't.
my God. She was
Doesn't
at the
matter.
Chevron. Turn the tricks.
All right, Dave. Thanks for calling in. Any last thoughts
Thanks,
before
guys.
we end the show?
I got nothing.
Oh, I thought Dave just hung up. I was like, oh wow. Dave was like, yeah,
Here's
get
my
me
last
off.
thought. Click.
Get me off.
Like flipping us off.
Here's a thought
We
for
can't
you.
see you, Dave.
We thank Erin Thorn for coming in a long time ago,
Erin Thorn.
and everybody else. And
Quan is hungry.
do you want Steve to stay longer?
No, Steve.
Okay,
Steve can. He's released.
I gotta go.
You guys can stay.
I got kids to feed.
No, you're good. You guys you got to chill. No, you guys.
Quan's like,
You guys can stay.
No, they're not staying.
Don't say that.
Don't say that.
We're out. Download the app or something.
Or something.
Maybe.